sa amin yung feedback. Kaya totoo lang, kung ginawa ho natin 'to sa mga businessman, siguro 2 hours yung training. Eh, dahil tayo mga teachers, 'no, ang dami nating ideas, gano'n 4 hours po tayo. Kaya gano'n po katagal. So, I would we usually start when we're around 800. So hopefully, yung mga iba po ay kakakain lang at makikisali. We're expecting 900. So every day, this is the batch 4 na po ng Manila, batch 6 overall ng Tulong Eskwela. Every session po so far, we've had 900 participants to 1,000 participants. Alam ko pong mahirap tong ano natin, no? Tong bagong medium natin, no, na kaysa ito nga na nakikipag-usap tayo dito sa Zoom at nami-miss na natin yung feeling na magkasama-sama. So I think yung tema nitong araw na to is make the best out of what you have. Yan yung tema po. Kung sa pag-aaral man, yung sistema po natin, learning continuity plan man natin, or kahit sa webinar, sa training natin, no? Let's just make the best with what we have. Nakita ko po at magtatawag po ako ng mga tao paminsan-minsan. Ngayon ho, bago po tayo magsimula, pwede po ako magtawag ng mga teachers ho natin dito. So, pwede kong tawagan tong si Juanita Serrado. Ma'am Juanita po. Unmute niyo po yung sarili ninyo, ma'am. Ito po. Ma'am Juanita, there you are.
Yes po.
Hello, how are you, ma'am? Kumusta po?
Fine, sir.
Tumataba. Tumataba. Opo po. Mabuti, din malusog. Mabuti kumain ng mabuti, no?
Opo, sir.
Ano yung expectations natin tong araw na to, ma'am?
Ano po?
Expectations ho natin.
Ay, expectation ko po ay matutunan ko yung mga sasabihin nyo sa amin para magamit namin sa pagtuturo sa mga bata online.
Okay, very good, very good. So, sana may matututunan natin at sana po
Yes
magkaroon
po.
tayo ng magandang diskusyon, hindi lang
Opo.
one way. Ma'am, ano pong school na meron po kayo? Saan kayo galing school?
Padre Mariano Gomez po, sir. P. Gomez Elementary School.
P. Gomez Elementary School.
Opo,
So,
sir.
kung pwede ho, lato tayo, yung gagawin natin, ng mga ma'am at sir, pag pumunta po tayo sa contact list, participant list, hanapin natin yung pangalan natin, palitan ho natin yung, rename natin yung pangalan natin. Kung nakita niyo po si Juanita Serrado, rename natin po, lagay po natin kung, so ma'am Juanita Serrado, lagay niyo po P. Gomez pagkatapos elementary.
Opo, i-rename ko po.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nirename ko na po kanina, sir. Nilagay ko po Juanita Serrado from P. Gomez Elementary School.
Hindi lumabas, ma'am.
Ay, hindi po. Okay po,
Opo.
ulitin ko po.
Sige po, sige po. Parang paalala lang po, marami.
Sige po.
Ma'am Marita?
Yes po.
Kung tatawag po ako ng isa pang tao, ang expectations po natin. Thank you, Ma'am Monita. Itong si Ma'am Gilda Loyola, parang naka-close up po tayo sa ating mga daliri. Naku. Hello, Ma'am Gilda, kamusta po kayo? How are you? Ito po, i-unmute kita. Yun, hello.
Hello,
Kamusta
sir.
po? Ano yung expectations natin ngayon, ma'am, sa training? At anong school tayong galing?
From Manila High School po.
Manila High School. Oh. Ano expectations natin sa training na to?
Matutunan po namin na kadagdagang kaalaman para sa pagtuturo online.
Okay, very good, no? Dagdag kaalaman sa pagtuturo online. Very good, Ma'am Gilda. Thank you for sharing. Now, I'm gonna go and ask a couple of another group. Nakita ko na may nagtutulungan, mag-asawa, nagtutulungan kung paano gamitin yung Zoom. Nakita ko yung mag-ina, mag-anak. Hello po. Ma'am Marites Revestre, Ma'am Mrs. Maria Jeskel. Hello po. Hello po, Mary Ann Palejo. Kumusta, Ma'am Honey Vivgo? Hanap naman tayo ng lalaki ho na pwedeng magrepresenta. Pwede ko bang tanungin for the last person? And I think we might be able to start na. I can't find the audio button for the, I can't find the button for the audio. Pwede po ba natin ayusin yung audio button? Sige po. Joella, do you mind going on and explaining how they can do the audio button to text?
Yes, teach. Yes.
Then AJ, are you here, Jay?
Yes, teach.
For a minute, do you mind explaining to them how to rename? Yung rename. I'll just get something really quickly.
Alright, sige. So, sa ating mga teachers, kung nakita niyo po dun sa participant, i-click niyo po yung name niyo doon. Nakita niyo na po ba yung participant? Pag nakita na po, thumbs up po. Na-click na po. Okay, sige. Nahanap niyo po yung pangalan niyo sa participants. Click your name. And then, click niyo yung more. And then, rename. Okay po ba? Na-figure out po ba natin? Kapag na-rename po, pakita po ng thumbs up. Okay, okay. Yung iba hindi pa po. Medyo mga 30% ang naka-thumbs up.
Okay. Okay lang. Kung nagawa, nagawa. Kung hindi nagawa, okay lang naman din. Extra lang naman po.
Sige, teach. I'd like to acknowledge din Teach Jayton. Si Ms. Mary Ann Bunyag is already inside.
Ah, very good. Hi, Ma'am Mary Ann po. I think she would like to say a few words.
Yes. So, ito. There.
Okay, hi. Good afternoon. Yan, good afternoon sa mga teachers ng Manila. Magandang tanghali po. I know it's a challenge for some of you to connect, yung iba nahihirapan with the internet connection and minsan their gadgets ay hindi compatible doon sa ating Zoom. So, pero we really appreciate po yung effort ng mga teachers natin to connect and message me on asking for technical assistance na kung paano silang ko-connect. We really appreciate that. Maraming salamat po. And for those naman na hindi agad nare-replyan, please bear in mind na re-replyan din naman po sila as soon as nakikita po yung message. Sobrang dami lang po talaga ng mga messages na pumapasok po for technical assistance dito sa pagpasok sa training ng Tulong Eskwela. And we are lucky because nag-offer sila ng kanilang services, the AHA Learning Center through Mr. Jayton Sunweta. Yes, nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyo. Makinig lang po tayo. I'm sure you will be enjoying this whole 4-hour session from 1 to 5. Mag-e-enjoy po kayo. Marami po kayong matututunan dito na mga bago sa technology sa Messenger using the Messenger app. Ayan po. So with that, again, good afternoon. Stay safe po tayo mga ka-teachers. Yun, stay safe always. And sa mga school heads na nandito po ngayon, meron po tayong school head, Sir Jayton, na mga participants ngayon nakasali dito sa batch na to. Magandang tanghali po mga school heads. Good afternoon din po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, so with that, again, thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Ann, na talagang tinutulungan na rin kami kahit sa technicalities, pati si Ma'am, no? Kasama kami sa nanggugulo. So, before anything else, I just wanted to thank the School Division of Manila, DepEd NCR, for this opportunity po. For me, as an NGO worker for the last 11 years, we've been wanting to work for the School Division of Manila for a while. So, in these difficult times, there was an opportunity. So maraming salamat po. Before anything else, maybe I think it would be best for us to watch a video that can give us, because I understand you're coming in not quite being able to visualize in our head what do we mean when we talk about Facebook Messenger classrooms. So I would like to show a short video that will give some light to it, and then we can start our training. At the top of every hour, we will have a break where you can drink water, go to the bathroom, and at the end of each section, we will have time for questions, and we will ask people from the group to share their views. Kaya ma'am, naging 4 hours po kasi marami po sa inyong gusto mag-share at okay po yun. Because I think more important than what we have to teach you, it's what you will bring back to the classroom and how you can apply it. So yun po yung usual mga share po natin. Here is our tulong video po. I hope that this would help you visualize what we mean.
Mula sa pagpapadala ng pera hanggang sa pagpili ng kakainin, halos lahat ngayon ay pwede nang magawa gamit ang smartphone. Sa mga panahon tulad nito, malaking tulong ang pagkakaroon ng laptop o smartphone at internet upang magkaroon ng koneksyon sa mga kailangan natin. Ngunit, hindi lahat ay may access sa mga gamit na ito. Ayon sa DepEd, 63% sa higit sa 68,000 guro ang walang laptop o computer na may connection sa internet. Pero sa Tulong Eskwela, pwede natin yan masolusyonan. Hindi daw muna pwede lumabas. Paano na kami ng mga kaklase ko? Miss ko na si teacher at mga kaibigan ko. Excited pa naman ako sa bago naming lesson. Huwag kang mag-alala, JJ. Meron tayong pwedeng gawin para makapagklase pa rin tayo ng mga kaklase mo. Kahit nasa kanya-kanyang bahay tayo. Ito ang Tulong Eskwela. Distance learning ang pwedeng maging sagot sa problemang kinakaharap ng mga guro, mag-aaral at mga eskwelahan, lalo na sa mga panahong tulad nito. Pwedeng maipadala ng mga guro ang kanilang mga takdang aralin at babasahin gamit ang lesson packets para sagutan ng mga bata. Ngunit hindi nito na ibibigay ang pangkalatang pangangailangan ng mga bata upang lubos na matuto. Dagdag pa dito, karamihan sa mga sambahayan na may batang nag-aaral sa pampublikong paaralan at mga gurong nagtuturo sa mga institusyong ito ay walang access sa internet. At 71% sa mga gurong ito ay wala pang kasanayan pagdating sa distance learning. Dito, papasok ang Tulong Eskwela. Gamit ang Facebook Free at mga learning packets, maibibigay ng Tulong Eskwela ang karanasan ng pagiging estudyante sa isang silid-aralan habang nasa kani-kanyang bahay lamang. Pwedeng sumagot, magtanong, at makipagkwentuhan ang guro at mga estudyante. At dahil ito ay sa Facebook Free, hindi nito kailangan ng internet. Smartphone at cellular signal lang, sapat na. Abot kamay na eskwelahan. Samahan niyo ako at tignan natin ang klase ng grade 6 Rizal. Ganito magbatian sa Tulong Eskwela. Pinapaalala ng guro ang mga kailangang ihanda para sa klase, mga panuntunan at ang mga hand signs na emoticons na pwedeng gamitin. Makikita rin kung sino ang present sa klase gamit ang pag-react sa attendance check na mensahe. Pagkatapos ng attendance, ipinapahanda ng guro ang learning packets ng mga estudyante. Minsan may mga estudyante na wala pang learning packet. Sa mga ganoong pagkakataon, ibinibigay naman ng guro ang lahat ng impormasyon sa mga mensahe.
Hello.
Ipinapakita din kung paano pwedeng magkaroon ng diskusyon sa loob ng Facebook
Sound
Messenger
check, mic test,
gamit
1, 2.
ang mga emoticon at chat options.
Hello, sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4, mic test,
Pwede
1,
rin
2.
magkaroon ng mga maiikling pagsusulit na iwinawasto rin sa klase.
Hello, sound check, 1, 2.
Tulad
Hello.
ng klase sa silid-aralan, may pagpapaalam pagkatapos ng klase. Subok na din ito ng 10,000 estudyante ng Eskwelang Pamilya, isang proyekto ng AHA Learning Center. isang award-winning at
Sound
libreng
check. Hello,
after-school
sound check,
para sa
baby.
mga
1, 2.
pampublikong paaralan sa
1, 2.
Pilipinas na may 300 handa ng learning packets para magamit ng mga guro. Nay, ang saya pala matuto sa Tulong Eskwela.
Hello.
Tama ka dyan, anak. Kaya halika na,
Hello,
mag-aral na
sound
tayo.
check.
Huwag mag-alala, may Tulong
Mic
Eskwela
test,
Teachers
1,
Guide
2.
para dito. Kumonekta lamang sa AHA Learning Center. Tayo ang pagbabagong ating hinihintay. Let's not let this lockdown stop the learning.
Okay, hello, good morning po. That's our official video and then we'll go right into the training.
Hello, sound check.
If you nakamit ako. If you notice, ma'am,
Sound
that
check,
there
sound
are
check.
already 11,000 people using this method. So a lot of what we're going to show you is learnings that we learned over the last 3 months. I am the founder and executive director of AHA Learning Center. Ito, lakasan ko po. My name is Jayton Zulueta. I'm the founder and executive
Hello,
director of
sound
AHA
check.
Learning
1,
Center.
2.
It's an award-winning after-school program for public school students established in 2009. Our
Hello,
focus
sound
has been
check.
on
1,
remedial
2.
students with
Mic
13,000
test.
served
1,
since
2.
2009.
Mic
programs
test.
include values
Mic
creation,
test.
English and
Sound
literacy
check.
creation, programming, and feeding. We have been able to measure improvements in grades, increase in academic assessments, improvement in leadership, behavior. We have 2 physical centers in Metro Manila offering 8 hours of programs a week.
Sound check.
And our
Mic
goal is
test.
to get resilient, independent leaders. Our incoming board members include former USEC, Mike Luz, former president of Xavier University, Xavier School, Father John Go, Ma'am Nene Guevara, Secretary Nieves Confessor, former Secretary of Labor, and Sabrina Umkiko. Now, if we've seen this already. Let me skip through this. Just to explain po, what are we doing here? So just to be very clear, we are not here to talk about curriculum. You already have that covered. In terms of your students, you figured out that you will be making your own worksheets and learning packets, and you are using DepEd Commons. What we're here to figure out is this, the classroom processes. Paano po makapag-interact yung guro? Paano makapag-class discussion, class instruction, interaction with classmates, interaction with teachers, and monitoring and evaluation. The solutions presented need internet or need hardware. So it might be difficult to implement regarding the DepEd's learning continuity plan. Another challenge is the parents. Naku po, how do you suppose that you can engage the parents in this new normal? That they would have dual roles of giving classroom environment, of maintaining a conducive classroom environment, and also setting discipline. So Tulong Eskwela is a Facebook-free supplementary program to aid teachers in holding class processes. It's complementary to Learning Pack ho. Ibig po sabihin, pag may Learning Pack po kayo, pinadala niyo po yan, imbis na you can go into Facebook Messenger and you can tell your students, open to Learning Pack 6, let's say page 10, and can you give me the answer to exercise 1? It's easy to use, intuitive, ginagamit yun na kasi yung Facebook Messenger. The pilot, Eskwela Pamilya, is able to work with 10,000 families, actually 11,000 families nito, since March 28, 2020. And it comes with micro lessons that might not be for DepEd standards, but you can use as reference material that support DepEd NCR's instructional design of formative and summative activities. Training comes to the Ateneo de Manila University SOT and sponsored CPD units. Now, our framework is simple. We are looking to have a holistic program that deals with teachers, parents, and learners. With public school teachers, what we are going to measure is the percentage of time allocated of a public school teacher. Ilang percentage ng klase nyo gagamitan yung messenger and text-based learning methods. For parents or members of the household, Ano yung percentage of parents na administering messenger and text-based learning? And for learners, ano yung percentage of learners doing self-study behaviors or habits? All these three things hopefully will create a sustained learning of learners through this new normal. Yung tatalakayan natin tong araw na to, itong public school teachers at yung parents. Yung learners po, dito medyo naghihirapan ho tayo. Sa mga learners po, we need to really try to figure out how will these students have positive self-study behaviors out of this. That's the opportunity we have right now. I would like to pause and say that we are now 709 participants in this group. We are still waiting for maybe 100 or 200 more. So today, I'll skip through this. Today, we would like to create Facebook classrooms. We would try to figure out how to create an effective home-based learning environment with parents. Third is to create new ecosystems for community-based learning. And your Tulong Eskwela community support. Now, hopefully we can do a flash breakout session, no? But mukhang mahihirapan ho tayo ngayon, so we'll skip through this. Before anything else, there have been a lot of questions and confusion about what we're doing here. So I'd like to be very clear before we start. Unang-una po, this is not the solution to solve distance learning. It's one of the solutions lang po. It is not the solution, it's one of the solutions. Pangalawa po, this intervention is a tool. It's a mode of delivery. Think of it like Grab delivery, wherein the teachers are the restaurant owners, the lessons are the food, and the children are the customers. Now, this is not an online tool. It uses Free Basics, a Facebook tool launched in 2017, which requires no internet, just a smartphone service. Free Basics allows users to see their Facebook feed through text, having the ability to read posts and send and receive messages. 70% use smartphones already. Number 4, all of the lessons we're going to talk about here will be DepEd lessons. They will come from you. They won't come from us. Para malinaw na malinaw po. Tulong Eskwela lang sa mode of delivery. This is not difficult to learn since Tulong Eskwela is not new. We adopt the same classroom processes we adopt inside our actual classroom. Technology is not foreign either. We use it every day. We are releasing Eskwela Pamilya's lessons, but these materials should and can be used as reference guides first. Hindi po siya ready to release in terms of the DepEd standards. Ginagamit lang namin po siya at pinapakita namin sa inyo. Baka may makuha yung idea. A lot of it is about COVID and they will be posted actually in the Department of Health. So lahat po ng mga circular ng Department of Health from March to May, ginawa po naming lesson. That's why we wanted to include it as reference. And all of these are suggestions. A lot of you will be asking, Sir, pwede po ba? Swed, pwede po ba? But a lot of these are suggestions. These are just suggestions based on the 3 months of using this system. So we're just 3 months ahead. But we are very, very, very excited that we are building a network of innovators all over the Philippines. We'd love to find out how we're using this platform creatively to solve the problems. Now, very, very important, no? So here's our first part. So I don't think there are any questions, but I just want to do a check. If everybody can hear me correctly and everybody's ready to learn, can you type 1 on the Zoom group chat? Thank you. And I just want to see how many we get to. And maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po. Very good. So what do we expect in part 1? What we expect is we'll want to know how to set up messenger classrooms and apply our actual classroom elements inside. And we'll need 9 things we'll need to begin. This is a checklist for the teacher to be able to do the program. So you need a smartphone. You need a teacher's Facebook account. You would need a learning packet. You would need a content calendar. You would need a log sheet and a class list. All these three things we will show and give to you. And you would need parents' consent, obviously, messenger classrooms. So just to be very clear po, imagine that you are back in your school, and as you're walking down your school, you would see different sections. One section's named uh, 6 Rizal, the other section's named 6 Mabini, the other section's named 6 Aguinaldo. In Rizal, Mabini, and Aguinaldo, they are classrooms that you go into. It's the same po here. One classroom is equal to one messenger classroom, one physical classroom. So si Six Mabini po, yung estudyante, isa lang yung group yung attendan niya. Yung marami po yung teachers. Kung 6 yung klase yung tinuturo nyo, 6 yung messenger group yung papasukan niyo. Para malinaw lang po, ma'am. And there will be a parents' orientation. The parents will have a separate group. It's very important, no? Notes on cyber safety. Since we're going to conduct these trainings across the internet, it's recommended that each organization undergo some form of cyber safety training. We have recommended the Plan International and Stairway Foundation as a reference guide. We've made 3 lessons just for this. You need to look at this at your own time because it's so important. No?
Hello, sound check,
So
mic test,
important
1,
that
2,
you
3,
go
4.
through this if you are going
Hello.
as the SDO had said in one of the earlier meetings, a more digital classroom. Kayo po sa Manila, you'll have a more digital classroom. We have, however, certain guidelines for eskwela or tulong eskwela pamilya teachers. It's important, number 1, that you have a separate Facebook account because if you have your personal account and your teacher's account, imagine how confusing that will be. Imagine your account as you're attending or going inside your school. And in the same way that you keep your private and professional life fairly separate, you need to keep your Facebook private and your Facebook professional life separate. Now, oops. There should be at least one other teacher present in any of the groups that the teacher will create. This is to ensure that there's some form of checks and balances. Each parent needs to sign a consent form. Students who are below 13 years old must use a Facebook account for their parents. And that students who are 13 years old and over comply with Facebook guidelines. It's important, sorry, let me go back to that. I might have rushed that. If you are below 13 years old, you need a Facebook account for your parent. That's what you would come in for. If you're over 13, you can have your own Facebook account. Naiintindihan ko po na you were wondering what if there's no parent to watch the kid. In our experience po for this issue, we know that most parents will go to work and they will have to adjust because before they can go to work and leave their kid at school, knowing the Filipino parent, I'm sure they will leave them with a guardian. How able is that guardian to help us in administering distance learning? That is the question and the challenge. Pero hindi naman nila papabayaan mag-isa yung mga bata. The classroom process we adopt inside their classroom is applicable to Facebook classrooms. That's very important. When we talk about the class timetable or the class schedule, this is a little bit, I think I'll leave this up to the SDO and I'll leave it up to your school division. Because all around the Philippines, everyone's trying to figure out how are you going to do distance learning, mas lalo na for grade 1, grade 1 and grade 2, when grade 1 and grade 2, you need a parent to be physically present, to be able to help kids who cannot read do distance learning. So the UP Diliman UP College of Education had released a white paper, a research paper, wherein they talk about the suggested amount of time, maximum amount of time for student engagement in remote learning. So they were saying grade 1 to grade 3, they would say it would be an hour. For grade 4, 5, and 6, it's a little bit more. But generally, they are recommending 1 to 4 hours of learning a day. Or I think it was less, 1 to 3 hours. Again, this is a recommendation. Kayo po, you would try to figure out what works best. If you would ask me, honestly, I cannot give you a right answer because because I'm not part of making the learning packets. I think this is something that would be best taken up by the school. Classroom management, the first day of school. Setting rules is so important, no? Your first day of school will determine the rest of your school year. So to make this very, very, all the more confusing. Right now, we don't just have our classroom rules, we have online rules that we have to follow. Every teacher has their own classroom rules. Being polite and kind. No bullying. Respecting the privacy of all. These are basic classroom rules. But now with Facebook Messenger, we have to add a new rule. Messenger classrooms are closed now from 5 p.m. onwards. Whereas before, when the student left the classroom, the student has truly left the classroom. But right now, since we're connected at all hours of the time, we've had students message at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and worse yet, we've had students send irrelevant messages or spam. You also have to remind your students, these are sample or suggested rules, to avoid flooding the messenger classrooms. This happens when you send multiple messages at once. And this floods and buries the messages you actually need to read. Now, teachers, this is my favorite part. How do you set standard signals or emojis that students and teachers can use for a variety of situations? So when we talk about text-based learning or messenger-based learning, what we're really talking about is a return to basics. We're back all the way to text, which is the first form of education. Thankfully, we have emojis. Emojis we can use as little photos or little pictures. And in a classroom, instead of saying, yes, ma'am, yes po, all the time, you can say, I understand by doing a thumbs up, raising a hand by doing a raising hand emoji. Be quiet, inis na inis ka na. And if you need help. Now, the class may also agree to send feedback to each other's messages through the React feature. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Si Teacher Robin po ulit to. Tayong magkakasama para sa araw na to. If you hover, kung i-hover nyo po yung inyong yung inyong finger or kung hindi touch phone, kung nasa computer kayo, ang inyong mouse sa message, lalabas po to, yung reactions. Reactions are the easiest way to make sure that you don't flood your messenger thread. Now, you can do demerits or any kind of disciplinary measure. Kayo po ang dito, you are in the best position to do so. As an NGO po, hindi namin nagawa ito na mabuti dahil kami ay, as much as we wanted to keep the discipline, and I think our classes were fairly disciplined, it was very difficult to get students to take certain things seriously. And one of the big problems with that is that we didn't really have any consequences if you stopped attending. If you stopped attending, you won't learn. Kayo naman mga teachers, if you stop attending, there's so many consequences. You might not pass the grade, you might repeat the grade, or worse yet, you might have to repeat the subject. Or baka worse yet rather, pwede mo pagalitan ka ng nanay mo. No? Attendance and log sheets. So, with attendance in Tulong Eskwela classrooms, participation is equivalent to student attendance. In a distance learning environment, you could easily come in, katulad ngayon, you logged on at 1 o'clock, and then maybe you just left. Pumunta ka na ng pure gold at babalik ka na lang ng 3:30. Yan yung problema po dito sa distance learning. Kahit nasa Zoom po tayo, pwede natin gawin yun. At kailangan natin maghanap ng paraan kung paano natin masisigurado na talagang may nakikinig. Try nga natin ulit po ngayon. Kung nakikinig po tayo, can you type 2 into the chat box? So this simple exercise shows me, the speaker, me, the teacher, that there are people listening. In your Tulong Eskwela classroom, you can do the same thing. But if you notice, if you look at the chat box, this is what flooding looks like, mga kaibigan. Na hindi na natin mabasa hindi na natin mahanap yung message na sa harap kasi flinad na ng lahat ng mga tao po. Ayun. The best way to try to solve that would be by using the reactions. Remember the reactions. That's the best way to check if the student is listening or not. Tapos bibilangin na lang ho natin yung reaction. For example, in attendance, you just count the number of people that like this, and the names of the person will be shown also on the screen. So when you do an attendance check, the teacher can start the class by having the children react to your message for attendance check. Once the children click on it, you will then be able to click on the react button to see who is present. Pag ginover niyo po, lalabas yung lahat ng mga pangalan po niya. Absent students, it's the same thing. If your student is absent, the teacher checks up on the student and an excuse letter should be submitted, coming from the parent's verified account, and should be posted on the parent's messenger classroom. After class, the teacher back reads and records student participation on the log sheet. Pasok naman po tayo dito sa lesson proper. We share with you tips you may apply in your messenger classrooms for during the lessons, for the lesson proper mismo. So right now kasi ma'am, you have two people that you're going to teach. You're going to teach your newest co-teacher, the parent. So yung bago mong co-teacher, parang intern from Philippine Normal na pinasa sa'yo. Na very, very enthusiastic, very, very hopeful, but not a lot of skills. Just yet. So if the parent and the teacher have to be trained that now this is the new normal, one of the things to keep everyone on track is every day, and this is an example lang for what we do. Every day, you would have a welcome message that reminds the student and the teacher that these are the lessons that are going to be taken up today. And these are the times. This also sends a signal to the parent that, these are the times we need you to lend the device to your child. In the event that you change the schedule, all you have to do is update this message. Now, the interesting thing about Messenger is that if everything is sent through a message, then there's also some potential for you to build a very, very strong reminder system. It's been proven that if you send a message and someone reads it, that is more effective in terms of your memory or having to remember it than if someone said it. So This is a chance for us to build good habits to the student. Kung napansin mo, ito po, araw-araw, pinapaalala mo kung anong kailangan niyang ihanda, pinapaalala mo kung ano yung mga hand signals, yung mga emojis natin sa klase. At you are also training them to keep their time or time management. It will take a while, but once you've done it, once you've set into a rhythm like everything else, you will find that this method is much easier than when you teach. And I'll talk about that in a bit. Students without learning packets on hand yet, may posibilidad that there might be situations when the student hasn't received this learning packet. In these situations like this, the teacher makes sure that important information is shared throughout the class. Teacher can use eskwela lessons as emergency lessons, or you can use your own lessons as emergency lessons. The important thing here is to chunk. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng chunk? Chunking means that you do not post the whole lesson right away. What you do is you post the lesson in chunks, in bits and pieces, for what's appropriate. Kasi ideally, your lesson is interactive. Dito po, ang paksa natin ngayon ay tungkol sa home quarantine. Give me a hand signal. At dito po, na nakikinig po tayo. Katulad ng ginagawa ko kanina, number 2. Hi, Joella, do you mind messaging Roxanne Megastar, Roxanne, na nagkakaproblema sa audio? She might need to connect and connect back again.
Yes, teach. I private messaged her.
Great, thank you. Time for activities. When we're talking about the time, kadalasan ho, when we're in a regular classroom, we don't na ask or think. Nako, sabihin lang natin, 5 minutes lang to. 5 to 10 minutes tong activity na to. At lumampas na yung 5 to 10 minutes. Nako po, yung after lumampas na yung 5 to 10 minutes na yan, gumagawa yung mga bata at sinabi nila, 5 more minutes, ma'am. At anong gagawin natin? Sige na, added pa. Ngayon po, for distance learning, since we're not sure nga and you want to build that discipline, we have to be very strict with the time. Pag sinabing 3 minutes na talaga. And we have to hold them accountable. Remediation. And maybe this is something that's interesting. So, your lesson plan, and maybe this is best told in person so that you can focus. So your lesson plan, as it is, already reads like a script, right? Your lesson plan reads as a script. So sa ngayon, you write your lesson plan the way someone would actually instruct it step by step. It's very, very detailed, right? Right now, that lesson plan, in real life rather, if you were going to do this live, the teacher would write that very detailed lesson plan, study it, try as much as possible to memorize some parts, and go on and teach it. Now, because it's not live, and you are copy-pasting this lesson into the Facebook Messenger, the teacher doesn't have to speak or strain her voice. And while she's posting there, she does have a little more time. Now, the teacher, we hope, would use this little time that she has, that while she's posting, she can see a student who has a problem. The teacher can use this time to talk to the student who has the problem through a private message. So imagine posting the first chunk, the activity, and then while the students are working on it here, you, the teacher, are in a private message talking to the student who is having an issue. Okay? Malinaw po ba? Now, going back. I hope that was helpful. Pag quizzes po, simple lang. You can do short quizzes. and they can send it to you through PM. So that I think AJ isn't here in this part, but we need to revise that. And this is the most important part. So let's I think this is something you already do, but this is something that we just are making into a system. So right now, you are going through, you have a very difficult challenge because it's not just a learning challenge, isn't it? Hindi lang po learning challenge yung maharap sa atin pagdating ng August. Our children are going through a very traumatic experience. At sa trauma po na yan, sa sobrang traumatic experience po na yan, sobrang traumatic experience po na yan, kailangan nila ng mga teacher na makiramdam. Kailangan nila ng mga lugar at kung pwede sila mag-sharing, makipag-usap. And maybe we don't have time for that in our lessons anymore. So we decided to share this, something we've been using for the last year, empathy circles. Ginagawa po natin to para ma-engage yung komunidad. Para yung mga estudyante makapag-practice ng collaboration, communication, character. Sila ay nakapractice ng communication kasi the children will be encouraged to talk about their thoughts on the given prompts. Maka-collaborate sila. Everyone needs to listen, react, and even build on ideas or thoughts of others. Ito po yung interesting, yung character. Yung number one problem po natin, at kailangan ko atang mag-face-to-face tayo dito. Yung number one problem po natin dito ay yung fact na itong learning, yung long, sorry na wala po ako. Itong distance learning, sasabihin ko long distance relationship sana. Pero parang ganun na rin, no? Itong distance learning challenge yung natin. Hindi natin alam kung yung bata ba talaga ang gumagawa ng worksheet. There is no way for us to learn. Google Classroom, pwede mong dayain yun, madali lang. Facebook Classroom, pwede mong dayain yun, madali lang. Kotobi, pwede mong dayain yun. Kaya nga tayo bilang mga teacher, di ba? Pag exam, tayo ay naglalakad-lakad, tinitingnan, minsan yung bulsa, uy, patingin nga, baka may nasa bulsa mo. Tinitingnan yung kamay, may nakasulat ba? Even when we are in front of them, they will find creative ways to cheat. Imagine if we are not in front of them. So that's the situation now. Now, we can either do two things. We can create a police state, get stressed, not sleep, and wonder if why, for the first time ever, 90% of our class is honor students. We can think of that kind of time. Or, maybe there is a lesson to be taught here. Don't you think this might be an opportunity to teach honesty and integrity? Two things, if you look at our society, and our leaders, and our groups of leaders, not just our leaders, but generally Filipinos, no? Pag binigyan mo ng konting pagkakataon, magpapalusot yung Pinoy. Kultura na natin yun. At ngayon, na bigyan silang pagkakataon lumusot, wouldn't it be fantastic if we at least attempt to try to teach them how to be honest, how to have integrity, the value of doing the work the right way. There's no better opportunity to teach this lesson than now. Now, ito po, going back. So we are currently going to figure out, are you going to teach this during math time? Hindi po. Are you going to teach this during English? No. You can teach the values of integrity and honesty during empathy circle. You can change the values based on what you want. No? And that's what empathy circle does. Kung nagdadaya lahat, we'll need to talk about this. Kung napansin mo na nagugutom lahat, we'll need to talk about this. The situation is rapidly changing and we need to be reactive enough to change with it. No? So, how do you facilitate it? Check the attendance of everyone present. Understand that this is a safe space for everybody. Sorry, kailangan po itong safe space kasi kailangan maklaro ho na ito ay lugar kung saan, at ito yung mga messages pwede niyong i-kopya. Ito ay lugar kung saan kung may narinig kami dito, hindi makakalabas. Importante po yun. And then there's another lesson here, no? The value of respecting each other's privacy. No? Hindi natin mag-chismis. Naku, yung lahat ng mga problematic na Filipino ugali na masama are going to be challenged during this distance learning period. Remind everyone that they need to communicate and participate. The reason why it's pakikiramdam or empathy circle is because ideally, they will show empathy to each other. So, different emoticons can be used. Love, nagustuhan ko, nababahagi. Thumbs up, relate ako dyan. Dito po, question, observation, pwede po. The teacher starts with a quick kumustahan before the empathy question by asking these sample questions. Sorry, there's a here. These sample questions. How are you at home? What did you do? And what did you do today? Napaka-importante po yun. Essentially, I spotted a typo. Magsisimula po sa kumustahan, and then we get into the bulk of it. Empathy questions. You can revolve around certain themes, lessons that you need to go. Kanina ka nagpapasalamat? Ano yung bagong natutunan mo itong araw na to? Sino ang classmate nakita mong sumubo? Paano ka bago simula ng lockdown? Anong klaseng bata ang gusto mo maging pagkatapos ng lockdown? Now, a lot of us usually ask this question, no? As we finish the empathy circle and as we get a relationship, I understand that a lot of us are worried. No? Can we do these things without supervision? How am I sure that the empathy circle will be done the proper way? We still will have our supervisors to sit in the classes. Classroom observations are easier than ever because you can add the teachers and the principals and the school heads inside these classrooms and can be removed after the session ends. Master teachers and principals can get access to the Teachers Tulong Eskwela Facebook account. And before we talk about privacy issues, let me remind you that in most professional places, banks, businesses, the company does have access and can read all the emails. Think of your teacher Facebook account as a school. So if your Facebook account is truly just for teaching, there shouldn't be anything there that you need to hide from the rest of the school. Now, questions to think about. I want to pause to ask if there are any questions before we go on break. May mga tanong po ba? Joella, or do you have any questions?
Each none so far po.
Okay. Is my audio okay? If my audio is okay, can you put up a thumbs up? Okay, very good. Is there anybody that wants to say anything or questions or concerns? Can I ask Ma'am Maribel Francisco if there anything that she learned so far, any concerns? Yes, ma'am. Ay, kumakain pala siya ng lollipop. Ayan mo na. Okay lang. Yes, ma'am. Tapusin mo na muna yung lollipop mo. Sige.
Thank you.
Pasensya na, hindi ko napansin na lollipop pala yun. Sorry. Can I ask Miss Aisa Manatad, Rodriguez Manatad, to share po? Kung may natutunan po tayo so far, may questions po tayo. Nakataas na rin po yung kamay natin, Ma'am Aisa.
What I learned from the first session is that the first thing that struck in me is that we need to teach our student with honesty and do their work with dignity. rather integrity, so that learning can be achieved even we use this distance learning right now.
Very good, ma'am. Ready ka na mag-distance learning po. Naka-ano ka na?
Hindi po, nag-note lang po.
Naka-ano
Thank you
ka
po.
na? May headset ka na, no? So shout out kay Ma'am Aisa Rodriguez from Isabelo de los Reyes Elementary
Thank you,
School.
sir.
Maraming salamat po. Anyone else? This is a very quiet group, no? Dahil ba 759 tayo, yung 50 po na yon, usually mga 800, 900 tayo eh. Yung maingay. Nako, gusto ko tong background nitong si Ma'am Bebilin Arquisola. Nako, ma'am. Ikaw naman, ma'am. Is there any questions or challenges that you think?
Sir, challenge po sa akin ngayon yun sa distance learning using different tools kasi po hindi po lahat ng bata ay may mga gadgets. So, siguro itong seminar nito, we can learn na pwede nating ma-provide yung mga learning na kailangan nila, not only this using technology, but also using different modalities para po ma-learn, maturuan natin yung mga bata natin.
So, yung sinasabi niyo ba, ma'am, na not everybody has the access?
Yes, sir.
Yes po,
So,
that's the reality. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for raising that concern po. I just want to be very clear po that Facebook Messenger is free. So, as long as you have a smartphone. So, I guess let's try to go through that process of access. Maybe AJ or Joella, we should include the DepEd NCR's stats on that. So unang-una po, in terms of teachers lang, may readiness survey na I think sinagutan nyo, no? 50% po, around 50% lang po yung may laptop at Wi-Fi sa bahay. 67% po yung may smartphone. Sa mga bata po, that's around the number that Smart is saying. Smartphones in the Philippines, around 60 to 75%. Around that number. So, if you have a smartphone, so we're still talking about the 25% na wala all over the Philippines. So when we talk about Facebook Messenger po, sa lahat ng mga edtech na solutions, siya po yung pinakamataas. Nung sinurvey rin po sa NCR, yung mga parents, ano yung sinubukan nilang buksan? Nasa 58% yung nag-prefer na gamitin yung messenger kasi nabuksan nila at nagamit na nila versus the 18% na DepEd Commons. So, these are the statistics that help us understand na, okay, this might not be the best option available. Siyempre, we want our students to have the best. But it is a very powerful option because most of our students already have it. I have a question here from Christian George Epi. Christian George Epi asks, I'm going to put a spotlight on you. Or maybe I can call this Christian George Epi. Maybe you can tell us your question in person. Christian George Epi, where are you? If you can unmute yourself. Nandito po kayo? Kung wala, I will read your answer.
I should teach.
Okay lang. If you give us at least 5 major tips on how to digitize integrity and honesty among students, what would that be and what are the measures that guarantee that? So we as teachers, tinatanong niya 5 mga tips to include integrity and honesty in the classroom. So we as teachers, we want to get I think we're already in the mode of assessment when you're asking what can guarantee. Ngayon mga kaibigan, mga nanay na lang po at mga tatay, can we guarantee that a child will be honest? Will not say a lie? 3 to 4 or 5 months. Can we guarantee that? Yes or no? If it's yes, thumbs up. If it's no, thumbs down. A lot of you are saying no. A lot of you, as I look through, are saying no. And I agree with that. It's very difficult to use the word guarantee. What do we hope to do? We hope to create at least a habit of telling the truth. We hope to create the idea that telling the truth is correct. If there were 5 concrete ways, this is something that we would take up in the nanay session that we're giving for free to your nanays if they want to join. Um, I would say it starts first with having the child understand in terms of principles why his education, it's important that his education is done by himself. Dun muna kasimple po. Ganun kasimple lang po. If the child is cheating or is skipping school, most likely he is skipping or cheating because he wants to get the higher grade. So there might be a correlation between grades and their education. So that would be the start. How to establish that it's not about the grade, it's about you learning. The second thing would be establishing consequences and maybe rewarding people who do this good behavior. So if you establish consequences about short-term and long-term consequences, about why you should be truthful about the work you put in, a simple short-term consequence, kung dinaya mo tong lesson po na to, kung dinaya mo tong taon na to, next year, bagsak ka na. Diba po? Kung dinaya mo lahat ng homeschool natin, next year, bagsak ka na. Ladder kasi to eh. Hindi ka ready for the next step. The third thing I would do in the third and fourth and fifth would be more akin to the parents. Because the first two are things you can say. And maybe, sige, the third one are things you can also do, say and do. Which is to establish a reward system wherein children who you know are trying but might be getting high results are rewarded and recognized for their effort and integrity. The fourth and fifth have to do with parents, and I'll save that for the next portion. So I hope that was helpful. The first two strategies, Sir Christian Epi, was mostly to do with mindset. The third was having a classroom structure in place wherein you would reward good behavior, good effort. And the fourth and fifth, we will take that up later with the parents. Pwede po mahinga yung recording. We will give you a copy of the presentation. Lalakasan ko po. Pwede po bumalik sa step 3 and 4 dun sa empathy. Okay, no problem. So, I will go through this very quickly during our break actually. Maybe that's a better time. So, it's now 2:09. Can we go on break for 5 minutes? 5 minutes? Gawin na natin 2:15. Kung saan man kayo, 2:15. Kung pwede, uminom ng tubig, tumayo, sumayaw, mag-TikTok. Ito na yung oras ninyo, mga kaibigan. Okay? I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me answer this other person. Si Ma'am Jocelyn Toledo from June Nolasco High School. I'll answer you in your question about going back to that slide. To everyone else, I'll see you in a bit. Ma'am, we were talking about empathy steps. The fourth and fifth is kamustahan. And the fifth is going through the empathy question na kaagad po. Iniikot po natin yan at nagre-react po yung mga bata. Actually, may something ano po dito. We'll go through this a little bit quicker. So I hope that was helpful. Surprised with the empathy circle. Thank you, Ma'am Catherine. I hope it was a good surprise. I'll answer questions while we're on break kasi in my experience, strangely enough, 800 people don't go to the bathroom at the same time. So usually of the 800, maybe 80 go. And as I can see from everybody looking at me, There are still 700 people watching. So I will answer some questions. From Perlito, Malaya, our learners should be oriented about learning packets, and the teacher should be familiar with these rules. Yes po. We will give you the PowerPoint, ma'am. Libano. Mr. Warren, we're waiting for the questions. Nako, Ma'am Gina, ba't nag-thank you ka na? Keep safe. Huwag ka muna umalis, ma'am. First part pa lang po to. Pag nagpapasalamat na, pauwi na eh, di ba? Ma'am, salamat. Good job. But in all seriousness, thank you. I'm interested for Eskwela Pamilyang lessons. We'll talk about a lot of this in parents. It's a long process that we need them to live an honest life. For the people that have the first webinar, welcome to the 21st century, mga kaibigan. Welcome sa Zoom. Again, yung tema ng ating buhay ngayon might not be the best, but it's good enough. Teaching through Zoom might not be the best, but it's good enough. We'll make do. We will make do with what we have. Hello po kay Mr. Hironcho Labages. First time to attend a webinar session. Very good. Tama po si Ma'am Sped Chavez. Parents are more competitive. Teachers are flexible. We can do this. Para sa mga grade 1 po from Guerrero Elementary School. Fernando Guerrero Elementary School. No partner ng AHA to. Mahirap ito alamin ng grade 1 ang ina-handle namin. Itong Mila Delgado Andres Ambrosio. Mila Delgado from Andres Bonifacio Elementary. Sorry. Hindi po ako naka-receive ng email ng DepEd. Don't worry, ma'am. Pag end ng seminar, dun kami mag-aana ng attendance. Don't worry. Unstable po internet ko. Nako, ma'am. Unstable rin yung internet ko. Basta tayo, ma'am, hindi tayo unstable. Okay tayo dyan. Napuputol-putol ako. Basta tayo, ma'am, hindi tayo mapuputol-putol. As far as I remember, yes, we will give a copy of the presentation. Is there any other questions, Jal, that I seem to have missed? Wala po. Good. 1 minute left, we go back into it. How long is the process of learning by means of webinar? How long is the process of learning by means of webinar from Mr. Warren? Sorry. Ang ibig mo ba sabihin kung gaano katagal magawa ng webinar? Or ang ibig mo sabihin kung gaano katagal yung usual webinar? Kung gaano katagal gumawa ng webinar, usually medyo matagal na to, na 4 hours. Kung gaano katagal yung proseso ng usual recommended webinar, usually 1 to 2 hours. The process of learning, mabilis lang po to, sir. Mabilis lang po to. Isang YouTube link. Mas mahirap yung ginagawa ninyo kaysa sa ginagawa ko. Nandito lang ako, nagsasalita po ako, nakapolo at nakashorts. Kayo po ay gumagawa ng learning continuity plan at learning packets. Mas mahirap po yung ginagawa niyo. I just want to be clear na hindi kami yung nag-imbita. We did everything through the division office. So I apologize, and I think that might be an issue internally. Again, it's not a perfect system, but the division office worked very hard to make sure that the message got to everybody. We want to do a webinar with parents. Yes po. We'll talk to the STO about that. Okay, 2:15 na mga kaibigan. Nakabalik na po tayo. No? Ang hirap, no? Lining ko flat. Na-rush. Balik na po tayo. So we talked about this. Is there anybody pala that wants to share? If there's anybody that wants to share, you can put in the chat box, yes, I want to say something. Kung wala po, we can go ahead. 5, 4, 3. Warren, okay. Sir Warren, Folk High School. Yes, Warren. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Providing me
Sir, medyo mahinga na po tayo.
Opo, thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing me here. Okay, iba pa ba yung flip classroom in terms of webinar? Kasi part siya ng webinar.
Yung flipped classroom kasi, sir, iba-ibang yung definition eh. Yung ibig nyo ba sabihin sa flip, yung mga bata yung gumagawa ng mga presentation?
For example, giving an assignment
Oo nga po.
sa mga bata, it will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes ba? Kasi wala pa kami idea.
Well, I think, sir, because Manila City will get tablets and everything, you will go through that seminar, but not today. I think the reason why I didn't want to get into web that aspect of it is because it would really depend on what kind of how many devices you'd have. Kasi flipped classroom po presupposes that you have one device per person.
Yeah.
Opo. Yun yung problema.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Warren. Kumusta po kayo? Okay naman?
Opo. Masaya. Habol-habol, nawala po ako
Habol-habol.
Nawala po ako kanina.
Opo.
While I'm driving, bigla akong nawala. Ngayon, may wifi na sa bahay. Okay na.
Yun, salamat, sir. Salamat for joining us. Maraming salamat. So we can go on and we can move forward. No? So we want to talk about creating an effective home-based learning environment. Before, we're going to talk a lot about parents pala. Sorry, I have to go face-to-face again. Ngayon, I want us to take away all of the different things we think about our parents. Maybe if it was possible, can we, I'm looking at everybody right now, 1 to 5, how would you rate your parents' participation in your school? 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Just raise your hand so I can see. 5 from Miss Ruby Arsenias. Anyone else? Ma'am Jennifer Chavez. Sige na po. Raise mo lang yung kamay mo. Ilan po? 1 to 5? Again, we'll do this again. 1, 2, 3, go. Rate 1. Put your hand up 1. If you rate your parents' involvement as 1. 5, if it's 5. We have a lot of 3s here. We have 4s. We have 2s. We have 1s. We have 3s. We have 3s. We have 2s. We have 3s. Not a lot of 5s. So thank you very much. Maraming salamat for indulging me. So that's our problem. From our experience, what's stopping us, and I guess a lot of you, raise your hand if you have been losing a lot of sleep about the incoming school year, not about the work, but what will happen to me and my students. Ready, set, go. Maraming nakataas yung kamay. Marami pong nakataas ng kamay. So we're losing a lot of sleep. And much of it is because we're wondering if 30% or even more of the success of my class that is dependent on the parents, who up until now po, hindi naman kami masyadong tinutulungan. 3 lang sila sa akin. 2 lang sila sa classroom namin. Paano natin magagawa to together? At siguro, let us take a step back and take away all of the history, the past. Because it's truly a new era. Kayo po, nagbago po kayo. Sa lockdown, ang dami nangyari sa inyo, no? Sa halip ng dalawang buwan, parang 1 taon ng pagbabago yung nangyari. Diba? May imagine mo ba na wala pang 3 buwan lang tayo dito na sa coronavirus. Pero parang 1 taon yung nangyari po sa bansa natin, sa mga kasama po natin. At yan po yung nangyari rin sa mga estudyante natin. nagbago sila. Nagbago tayo. Yung mga magulang nagbago din. Dati-dati, Ma'am Aisa Rodriguez, no? Kapag walang pasok, yung mga estudyante, yay! Walang pasok. Ngayon naman, walang pasok. Yay! Sana magkapasok. Yung dati-dati, no? Yung magulang natin, wala akong oras, pakasama yung ating anak. Ngayon, 24 hours, nandito yung mga anak. At kung may mga malilit na kayong anak, imagine mo kung gaano kakulit yung mga anak na yan this last 4 or 5 months. So I believe that they will help us. I don't know lang how much they can help us. So if we can take in our head out all of the different experiences, negative, that we've had with parents, because we are asking them to trust us, and we cannot ask them to trust us if we do not trust them. It all starts with trust. Remember that you are usually teachers of non-readers. And a non-reader po needs your trust to start before anything else. Kaya ko ba to? Maniwala ka sa akin, kaya mo. Kasi naniniwala ako sa'yo. So the parents are starting from zero teaching knowledge. We have to get them at least to 5 to 10% to be able to do any of this well. Now, I can't hear the talk, sabi ni Maria Masa. Kung pwede po natin i-message sila, mabuti po. At ano na po tayo? Dito na po. Okay. What do we expect in part 2? Parent empathy circles, learning tips on setting spaces, time, child management, and consultations. These are important. Now, co-creating with parents starts with a positive parent-teacher relationship. We need communication. We need consistency. We need collaboration. We need these 3 things. Communication. If we don't trust each other, we need to understand where the other person is coming from. Number 2, we need consistency. Naku po, ma'am. Naku po, ma'am. Sabi niya po na may distance, may ano tayo ngayon, may klase tayo grade 1. Ba't wala ka dito? Ba't sabi ng bata, wala si mama? Consistency. Third is collaboration. Actually, more often than not, compassion. Very important. No? Dito po, sa parent empathy circle, it's the same process. But obviously, because you're dealing with your contemporaries, you treat it differently. This parent and empathy circle needs to happen kasi ho, if you're asking somebody to do something for you for free, the easiest way to have that person do it is to try to become their friend first. And maybe that's what we need right now. Kasi paano nga natin isipin, in-imagine ko, paano natin isipin, tong nanay po na hindi marunong basa, paano ko tutulungan na papaupuin ko paano ko tuturuan sa homeschooling? To those people asking that, and this was asked several times, yung nanay na hindi marunong magbasa, siya po yung nakakaintindi kung gaano kahirap ang buhay na hindi nagbabasa. At kung hindi ka man matulungan magsulat, hindi man matulungan yung homework, baka pwede kang tulungan na disiplina ang kanyang anak, which we'll get into later. So this is the 4th question. No? How do you build honesty? It's by getting the parents involved, understanding where they're coming from. Because if they understand you and you understand them, and they understand that you have the child's best interest at heart, it would be much easier to go about and teach values of honesty and integrity. Now, at the end of each day, pwedeng each day, once a week, may kumustahan session. Allowing the parents in the group to share and react to other parents sharing answers to the prompt. Kanina may prompt, di ba? The teacher facilitates these sessions 30 minutes, 1 hour long. At the end of the day, what's important is the parents know and feel that they are valued and heard. Now, Why do we do this? It can be once a week lang, kayo bahala kasi busy kayo. No? We do this kasi we want engagement. You're asking the parent to check in with you at least once a week. And that would be very difficult to have without any relationship. Sample reaction structure to be used in parent empathy circles. It's a little bit different. I like what you said. Mahal ko kayo. So, to be clear, ito yung structure na gagamitin para parents can react to each other. I have a question. I observed, I noticed. I would like to share. Now, naku po, nawala na naman yun. Here's the fifth thing which I find to be very interesting for the gentleman who asked me earlier today about integrity. Right now, if I ask and survey all of you, most of you would tell me that most of you would have said at least once in your teaching career na alam mo, ang hirap magturo ng bata kung sa bahay iba yung tinuturo. Some version of that you would have said. Nang hirap kasi nagsisimula sa pamilya. And I've been doing this for 11 years. And I've heard that said a lot of times. Let me get a survey, a very quick survey in the room. Ngayon, I'll read lang po the messages. Joella, you would have read the messages, yes?
So many of our teachers po ang concern po nila is yung parents who cannot read or write.
Sige, so I think I talked about that. Okay. For the people that cannot read or write. So there are two questions that come out, no? Can't read or write or intellectual disabilities for students. Before we go any further for the parents, I want to answer the two things. So for the intellectual disability, sorry, not intellectual disability, but children with special needs or children with learning challenges, we haven't figured out that situation just yet. That's why we're going to ask you to join this group where we will continue to update the manual and give you updated seminars on that. We have just had a presentation, a meeting with someone from the UP College of Education who's trying to figure out how we can do reading lessons for mothers to teach their kids. In the event that the mother cannot read, please do not think that that mother is completely useless, because much of this could be done through phone calls. It can be done through her going to the school and having it explained to her. Oftentimes, I notice that the parents who can't read, I've seen parents record things on their phone. So there are ways to go around it, or maybe videotape you, no? So maraming mga paraan po. Kung sarap nga namin yung bata, di pa rin maintindihan ng topic ng guro, anong garantiya na maging epektibo ang paraan nito? Walang garantiya, ma'am. Walang garantiya. Kung meron isang nagtitraining po sa'yo at sinabi nila, may guarantee na matututo po to, then you are coming to the wrong training. Because nobody can guarantee. Pero, what we can do is we can try. What I'm presenting to you is a way to deliver lessons. That's the only thing I'm presenting you. I'm presenting to you a way to engage families. That's what we're presenting, to engage stakeholders. Now, if you're talking about these learning challenges, I'd like to be very honest with you that the whole Philippines, we're trying to figure it out. No? We're trying to figure it out. But here's my concern, Miss Criseta Arcilla. Here's what's hopeful. So you're saying kung harap-harapan, hindi nila maintindihan. Kung harap-harapan, hindi nila maintindihan. Nung harap-harapan, tinuturuan lang natin. Yung relationship is tayo at yung teacher. At tayo bilang teacher at yung estudyante. Ngayon, meron tayong third person, yung magulang. In our experience, if the parent is involved with the education, the chances that the child will improve greatly increases. So let's hope and pray for that. Some parents would say they have no time because of their job, that's why it's hard for them to teach their children. That's really a challenge we have to figure out. But then again, I want to reiterate what I said earlier today, which is that kids, parents, teachers will all adjust and adapt to this new normal. We are already slowly changing in ways we never thought possible. So why not we start changing in ways for learning also? Tama si Miss Marfel Flores na this is the right time that parents will be held accountable. So here, we've been trying to penetrate the household for the longest time, and we've been doing it through the child. Right now, you have a way to do it through the parent. Every day, you can send the parent a checklist. We know for sure that sometimes even the basic forms of hygiene hindi magawa ng magulang. Hindi maturo ng magulang. Yung mga anak, mga estudyante, pumapasok sa school, at pumapasok sila sa school ng madumi at hindi pa naliligo. Alam natin po yan. And we look at the teeth of the child. It's black and filled with cavities. Di marunong magsipilyo. So now we have an opportunity. Before we just teach good manners and right conduct to the children, now we can teach it to the parent. And let me tell you, we have worked with 11,000 parents in the last 3 months. Most of them are similar to the parents you're telling me. But we have probably 3,000-4,000 very good parents. It might not be a lot, it might not be all, but it's a start. So if you look at this message here, gisingin ng maayos, pantulugan, magsipilyo ng ngipin, ito, ready ba yung inyong anak physically? Nagawa niya natin lahat ng kailangan niya magawa. No? Make this a checklist the parent has to go through. In these times na ang dami na nilang iniisip, I'm sure hygiene, proper health are being put in the wayside. Because right now, problema is pagkain, kahirapan, diba? Now, I'd like to preface this slide by saying that this picture isn't the ideal situation this is the ideal situation for how homeschooling looks like. Looking at this picture, do you see your children here? They are not here in this photo. This is a middle class to upper middle class household. Our students will have cramped households, but it doesn't mean that you cannot set up a learning space. So we created a message that asks the parent, even the corner of the room, if you live in one room, if you live in a box, please just make sure that at least for these hours, this box will be as much as you can if you can make this conducive to learning. Sample message ng mga nanay, no? Again, kung nakita niyo po yung message, parang nagtuturo ka rin sa mga nanay. And as somebody that goes around the country teaching nanays parenting skills, routine skills, they want to listen. And I'm sure it will mean much more if it came from you. Now, kung nakita natin dito, it talks about distance learning. May sapat ba ng ilaw? Lahat ba ng kagamitan tulad ng lapis, papel, learning packet? Ito ba bang kailangan at malapit at madaling kunin? Nakapatay ba ang TV o tablet? Kung hinggit sa isa ang inyong mga anak, handa na ba sila mag-aral? May tubig na ba malapit sa inyong mga anak? Kapag naka-check lahat Tara na, simulan natin ang araw. So, it's important the first message, the second message are connected. Ready na ba yung bata? Ready na ba yung lugar at kung saan mag-aaral yung bata? This is something that we got from all of the homeschool materials. They all say the same thing, the importance of having a proper place, even if it's just a corner to study. Now, here's the issue, no? You are not just asking the parent to turn on a tablet. You're not just asking a parent to turn on a tablet and the learning will happen instantly. You're asking the parent to set up a space, to put in some time, and also to be cognizant or to know kung ano po yung mga rules natin sa school. Kailangan alam nila. Kasi right now, school is their home. And the hours in which you have classes, that corner of the room is their school. Hawak mo yun. So they have to know, what are the rules of your school? Simple rules. Bago magsimula, kailangan pag-usapan ng seryoso kung bakit importante magtalakay. So if you notice, all the rules are kausapin na mabuti. But importante to? But importante to? Para hindi lang gagawin ng bata dahil kailangan gawin, pero ginagawa niya dahil importante at mahalaga to. Kapag kailangan pumunta ng banyo, umalis ng sa lugar kung saan nag-aaral, kailangan magpaalam. Bumalik agad para patuloy yung lesson. Huwag kalimutan paggamit ng please at thank you. Importante yung sumunod sa oras. Nako po, kapag distance learning na po, at kapag nakita ho natin, naglalakad yung bata, nagte-text, gaganyan. Sinabi niya, oh, kala ko may pasok ka. Tapos na, ito na. Kaya naglalaro na ako ng ML. Sabi ng nanay, uy, alam ko yung schedule mo. At alam ko na may klase ka kay Mrs. Ramirez ngayon. No? May kampi ka doon. Kung wala yung nanay, hindi yung guardian. May mga chat group. I just want to see, stay positive po tayo. Since ang family malaking role, paano kaya matutulungan ng broken family? Very good question, ma'am. Very, very good question. Again, what we have right now as Miss, let me get her name correctly, as Miss Lady Jazzy Morales from Barangay ES said, what we have right now is home distance learning. It's not the best. It's actually, if we had a choice, we'll go back to real face-to-face. Even me. If I had the choice between Zoom and going to Manila to speak to you, I would choose the latter. But it's all we have. And like the rest of the world, we have to make the most out of it. Now, break time. Signs if your child is engaged or needs to take a break. Sa mga pala nagsasabi, kailangan maging positive tayo. Okay lang po yan, ma'am, kasi kailangan may magtatanong at may magcha-challenge ng mga mahirap na tanong. Kasi alam ko po nanggagaling lahat kayo sa matinding pagmamahal sa inyong mga estudyante. Yung tinatanong ninyo, paano ko tong bata, paano tong yung mga magulang po natin na hindi nakapasok, paano yung mga batang hindi nakapag-aral, paano yung ito nga na hindi kami nagkikita kung harap-harapan, mahirap na, paano pa kaya pag wala ako? These are important questions to ask. Do not worry. This is the place to ask these questions. Now, signs if your child is engaged or needs to take a break. These are extra things that we know as teachers. When I go inside the classroom, I look to the left, I look up to the right, and I know from one scan, in the same way that you do, kung sino yung inaantok na at napapagod. Kung sino yung wala sa mood or parang nagbago. Distance learning has taken all of that away from us. And the eyes that we have on the ground are the parents. Because you can only see this part of my body, mga kaibigan. And you know, body language is a huge part of communication. And with half my body gone, and with the ability to just close and anywhere we want, the parent will play a huge role. So we teach them also. Kung ito po yung nakikita natin, di mapakali, iba-iba yung kanyang tinitingnan, nakipagkwentuhan. Gumagawa ng ibang rason kapag na makatayo. Baka pwedeng magbigay ng break, tumalon-talon, makipaglaro at kumalaw. Itong mga bagay na alam natin before yet, pag nag-shooter tayo. We're just sharing to our parents what could help. What can they do when they finish their work within class hours? If the student finishes early during class hours, the parent can opt to use this time to do a lot of different activities. Here are some activities, no, that they can do. Pwede magbasa, maaari mag-isa, pwede mag-drawing, sumayaw. These are all free activities. Or pwedeng magka-games, wellness, reading, exercises namin, or kung ano man extra work na pwedeng gawin. It's important, napaka-important po, na ipaalam natin sa mga parents na kapag natapos ng maaga yung inyong anak, hindi ito usually na ibig sabihin pwede na mag-relax. Sayang eh. Pwede kasi mag-improve ba yung bata. Home-based school discipline. Ang gulo eh, diba? Home-based school discipline. Ang gulo ng sentence, pero yun yung katotohanan natin ngayon. Kailangan natin yung magulang. At karamihan ng mga magulang natin ay meron po tayong problema. Kasi yung kanilang, yung kanilang usual na kailangan gawin ay gusto nilang mamalo. Diba? Usual natin, kultura natin yun. Kaya ngayon, paano na? Kung hindi na ako magmamalo, baka may ibang paraan na pwedeng turuan. Screen time, pwede tanggalin. Screen time, pwedeng tanggalin. Sleeping time, pwedeng gawin. No? Ano po yung mga bagay kung saan pwedeng matuto yung mga bata na may consequences? Sa mga bagay hindi na nakakasakit. Yun yung mga challenges natin. So again, these are all suggestions you can add to. But I'm sure and I'm excited, that's why I want to be connected and be your stakeholder moving forward, that you will think of new solutions as we go along. Okay. Ideal hours of distance learning, may mga tanong po dito. Yung mga ideal hours of distance learning ay nasa UP College of Education report na sinad namin. And I don't want to mention it in this training because you will decide what the ideal hours are. No? So I'll let the school division decide on that. But I also attached the UP School of Education recommended hours. Parent-teacher conference consultations. No? It's to build rapport, get feedback, opportunity to collaborate. Pwede pang gawin dito. Pwede pang gawin dito sa ating eskwela, sa Tulong Eskwela. You can also use the PTCs to promote our parents with good behavior. What we noticed in social media time when we asked them, what do parents want? Kung napansin nyo, they want recognition also, almost as much as their kids want it. So why don't you start recognizing good behavior in your chat groups? Ito po are some examples of students we've recognized their good behavior. Why not parents also? No? And this is something you can do without the school necessarily having to spend, without the grades having to be computed. But as you go along, you'll notice you'll need to motivate these kids to keep on going. Now, don't worry. We'll help you with parents training. We'll help you with parents training. We will hold free Facebook live classes for this. And then we can give you a copy of the video that you might be able to use when you need it. Would you like that? Would you like a copy of the video? Would you like us to handle the parents training? That's something we can talk about. No? Now I'm gonna take a quick break. Kindly go back to the previous slide. Grabe. Ito lang po yun, yung previous slide, ma'am. Makukuha niyo yung presentation. Ito po yung Ma'am Jocelyn Abuena. Nakita niyo po ba? Very good. These are just different things. Okay, you're welcome. Very good. Okay na po. Questions to think about. Ito na po. Mga tanong na pwedeng magtanong bago po tayo mag-break. No? Break na naman. Oh, ganito talaga dito. After every, mag-isip, mag-break tayo. Diba? So, 121 participants raised their hand. Talaga bang nakataas yung kamay ninyo? Or napindot? May mga shares po ba tayo? Magtatawag po ako Magtatawag tayo ng isang lalaki, isang babae, isang mukhang nagtitiktok. Unahin natin yung mukhang nagtitiktok. Judgment lang po to. Kung sino yung mukhang nagtitiktok. Yung mga medyo zolen. Ito po, sigurado po ako dito. Si Miss Hazel Deswadido ay feeling ko isang master TikToker.
Ay sir, mali ka po.
Mali!
Maling-mali po sir, kahit i-check nyo po.
Dito sa tumama, hanapin kita. Baka binago mo pa. Okay, so ano po yung natutunan po natin?
Po?
Ano yung natutunan natin dito?
Sige, wait lang. Yung co-creating with parents with positive parent-teacher partnership. Kasi sir, honestly, medyo guilty ako dito kasi last school year, meron akong bata na yung pabalik-balik sa guidance, hindi lang 20 times siguro. Ngayon, ang ginagawa ko po, yung lagi ako nagkikipag-communicate sa nanay niya. Pero hindi pumupunta yung nanay. Tapos, sinabihan ako ng guidance na puntahan ko na sa bahay nila. Ngayon, tinanong ako ng mga kaklase niya, tinanong ko yung mga kaklase niya kung saan siya nakatira. Taga-Baseco yung mga bata namin, sir. Nung napagtanungan ko, ma'am, sa Gasangan po yun. Yung Gasangan po kasi, sir, medyo critical area yon. Hindi po ako pumunta, sir. Binilin ko lang sa bata. Ngayon, pumunta yung nanay, nag-usap kami. Pwede ko bang sabihin na yung medyo sinungaling siya kung ano-ano yung sinasabi niya. Tapos ngayon, nag-usap na sila ng anak niya. Wait lang. Nung nag-usap na po sila ng anak niya, magkaiba na yung mga sinasabi nila. So, yung part na yun, sir, medyo nainis ako sa parent nung time na yon. Pero before naman nag-end yung school year, naging okay naman kami. Nagpakumbaba din naman din ako doon sa nanay kasi syempre naiintindihan ko rin naman yung situation niya na marami siyang anak. So, naging lesson din sa akin yun, sir, na dapat all the time i-maintain yung pagiging maayos sa parents, ganyan, kahit ano pa man yung nila kasi syempre marami silang mga problems.
Yes, ma'am. Maraming mga problems. Thank you po for that sharing. So, sa pagkakalala sa kanila, naging mas epektibo kang teacher kasi mas naintindihan mo yung sitwasyon? Yun yung sabihin?
Sir.
Oh, yes?
Kasi minsan pag, sir, pag yung nakikita lang natin sila, ganyan, tapos pag tinatawag natin sila, hindi sila pumupunta, naiinis tayo, hindi natin naiisip na baka may mga dahilan sila. Pero pag naintindihan mo na yon, okay na. Maiintindihan mo na rin pati yung bata.
May tanong ako, ma'am. Anong percentage ng natin, ng mga... Opo, naubo mo na po. Ano po yung percentage ng ng mga bata? Ako po ba yan? Yung umaga. Okay lang. Anong, yung karamihan ng mga parents nyo, ganun po yung, or konti lang sila? Naka-mute po ata kayo bigla. Ask to unmute.
Yes po, sir. Karamihan po. Kasi kapag, lalo sa akin, sir, ang section ko, section 13. Yung hawak ko po, section 13. Bali kapag nagpapamiting ako, yung mga, halimbawa, issuance ng card, ang mga attendance ko lang po out of, halimbawa, 51, mga ganyan. Ang mag-a-attend lang 21, ganyan.
Naku, yun yung hirap.
Opo.
So ngayon, sa tingin mo, yun yung mga kailangan natin ayusin. Parang magre-reset po tayo, no? Maraming salamat, Hazel. I-mute lang kita, mama, kasi medyo po tayo. So maraming salamat po. Thank you very much. Mag-wave po kayo sa mga, marami kong fans dito. Mga Desiree, nag-shoutout sa'yo. Maraming salamat po. Tatawag rin po ako ng isa pang tao para makipag-sharing po. Itong tao po na to, matagal ko ng kaibigan. Nung bata pa kami, magkaklase, magkasama po kami, si Ma'am Van Zuzismo. Ma'am Van Zuzismo. Ma'am Van? Vance? Joke lang kasi na magkaklase tayo. Gusto ko lang, naghanap lang ako ng intro. Okay, mamaya na kayo, ma'am. Magtatawag po tayo. Si Ma'am Teresita, sorry, paapo po yan. Ma'am Alma Lawagan. Ma'am Alma Cecilia Lawagan. Hello po, ma'am.
Hello po, sir.
Hello, gusto ko lang mag-share. Ano po yung, anong natutunan po ng mga challenges na nakita mo po ngayon?
Okay. Yung kanina po, sir, nag-raise ako ng question.
Ilayo mo yung mic.
Okay. Narinig na po.
Ganito lang. Yan.
Okay, sorry po. Okay pa, sorry. Kanina po kasi, sir, nag-raise ako ng questions kasi naging negative po ako regarding dun sa mga parents. Kasi,
ikaw ba yun? Ikaw pala yun. Okay.
Opo, yung experience ko rin po kasi, sir, na yung kagaya nung kanina kay ma'am na hindi tayo nagkaroon ng empathy. Yun nga po yung sinasabi mo na kailangan magsiset tayo ng empathy doon sa mga magulang na kung saan po ay kung deeply natin silang maunawaan, makakapag-find ways tayo na magpakapagbigay tayo ng solution doon sa mga nai-encounter natin na mga challenges doon sa klase. So napakaganda rin nito po na kung saan involved po yung mga parents, makikita nila ang kanilang responsibility nila, yung roles nila para doon sa kanilang mga anak na hindi lamang nakaatang sa ating na mga sa aming mga guro po. Na kung saan maipakita natin sa kanila, maipadama natin sa kanila na ito po yun ang inyong kailangan para doon sa inyong anak. Andito po kaming mga teachers na tutulong na kung saan po ay matututo po yung mga anak po nila. So, yung negative po na thoughts na kanina na sumasagit po sa aking isipan ay nabawasan po na kung saan dito po kasi sa program na ito ay nagkakaroon po ng clearer yung agreement na kung saan na ipakita natin sa mga parents na ito ang iyong dapat na gagawin. Kumbaga, tandem kayo na dalawa na kung saan ang kanilang mga anak ay matututo sa mga aril na itinuturo namin araw-araw.
Very good, ma'am. Tama po kayo. So, agreement, kasunduan yung kailangan mangyari. Alam nyo, sa training ho na to, pang-ano na namin na training dito sa Tulong Eskwela, pang-4 sa Manila. Marami kami natutunan, kaya malamang yung nakuha yung training kit ngayong araw na to, i-update po namin. At ilalagay namin, Ma'am Joella, kung pwede mong ilagay itong sinabi ni Ma'am Alma, yung agreement, napaka-importante. Isasama po natin yan sa ating manual. Yun yung maganda ho dito. Kasi kung nakonsulta po namin kayo, mas marami pa kaming magagawa at matutulungan dito. Yes, Ma'am Alma.
Yes po, sir. Kasi po, para po na there is a clear understanding po doon sa mga parent. Kasi hindi lang po basta-basta bigay tayo ng bigay ng mga aralin and then without telling them na ito ang mga dapat nila pong gagawin ho. So, maganda po, sir. Actually, nag-ano ako ng Be the Best po. sa inyo, nag-apply as volunteer.
Yes,
Oo.
ma'am.
Pero I'm still waiting po na matawag po ako na mag-volunteer po doon. Kasi I already answered sets of questions sa Be the Best AHA online po ninyo. I do not know kung if you are connected doon sa ganoon pong organization po. So,
Hindi po kami,
nag-apply ko doon
ma'am.
kasi po. So, thank you, sir, ha, for,
Salamat, ma'am.
na-share ko po yung thoughts ko sa ano mo
Yes,
po, sa
ma'am.
lecture niyo po ngayong araw.
Thank you po. Mahalaga na makarinig sa mga guro kasi kayo po yung gagawa. Lahat po ito, kumbaga, grab delivery lang po kami, ma'am. Kayo pa rin yung magluluto. At kung masarap yung luto nyo, katulad ng nakarang mga hotdog, gaganda po yung masustansya po yung makakain ng ating mga estudyante. Hindi po, yung Be the Best po ay partner po namin, org partner. So yung nangyari kasi, yung AHA ganito, ang daming partners para umabot ng 11,000. So isa sila sa partner natin sa Blessed Children. Parang
Yes, sir. Yes.
Parang mas sikat na nga sila sa amin eh. Kaya nagtatawa nga ako. Opo. Pero maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. I would like
Thank
to
you,
talk
sir.
to...
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime, ma'am. Okay. Natawag ko na itong si Hazel. Sino pa ba? Can we get a mail? Isang lalaki. Isang lalaking respondent po. Sino po yung malalaking respondent natin? At enough na ng mga lalaki yung kanilang video. Maghanap lang tayo ng isang lalaki na nakabukas yung video. Okay na po yun. Alam mo, mahirap maghanap ng lalaki na nakabukas yung video. Wala. Wala po tayong mahanap. Ito po, si Sir Joel Avila. Sir Joel, ano po yung masashare po natin sa kasama po natin? Sir Joel, i-mute natin. Unmuted na po kayo. This is speaker view ka. Nakita niyo po ba si Sir Joel? Sir, kumusta? At nawala si Sir Joel. Try po natin ulit si Sir Domingo Garrido. Sir Domingo Garrido. Nandito po ba kayo, sir? Nag-lag? Last na. Last na. One more time. One more time. Si Salvador Bernardo. Sakto. Salvador Bernardo. Taga BOES. Yes? Sir, are you on?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon po. Wow, ba't kami ganyan? May gumagalaw na pangalan. Galing ah. Sir Bern, nakikinig po ba kayo? Nag-lag po ba kayo?
Ano po ang atin?
Ano po yung gusto mong share tungkol sa seminar so far?
Sir, kailangan lang po siguro ng efficiency sa oras pagdating sa parent and teacher relationship. Kasi madalas sa atin ngayon ang ginagamit natin ay online na lahat. So kung sa online at wala tayo on time, malaking sigurong effect yun sa relasyon agad-agad kung malilate. So yun lang yung efficiency sa oras po talaga gaya ng sinabi nyo. Bigyan ng disiplina sa oras ang bata at pati ang magulang. Pati ang teacher, syempre. Yun lang po.
Very good. Maraming salamat, sir. At it is now 3 o'clock exactly. I'd like to keep the time. I want to practice what I preach, mga kaibigan. So we will have a short break again. No? Katulad ng sinabi ng ating presidente, baka may mga sulok ng inyong bahay na kailangan niyong bisitahin, tingnan. No? Sabi niya, wala kayong magawa. Pumunta sa mga sulok-sulok. So 10-minute break. 10-minute break po and then we'll be right back. And that will be the last break of this session. While we're on break, very well, alam mo, maraming mga fans tong mga teacher, magsalita lang ng konti. Go, sir! Very well said. Very good. Very supportive po tayo. Kung may mga tanong po kayo, I'll be here to answer your questions. But we can be back at 3:10. To everybody else, I'll see you at 3:10. Kamusta na po? Meron bang gusto mag-break? Tingnan nga natin kung may nag-break. Oh, meron naman. May nag-break. Okay. Nako po, may mga natutulog. Sarap ng ano. Okay lang, sir, ma'am. Ako lang nakakita sa inyo. May mga nakahiga, may mga umiikot, may kumakawin ng chichirya.
Teach, may nag-comment po si Miss Eileen. Good PM, sir. Sana magkaroon din kayo ng webinar for parents and teachers with special needs kung paano ang mode of learning nila.
So the webinar for the parents will focus on 3 things. The first thing that we need to focus on with parents is integrity and honesty. That's the first thing. How to keep this process integrity, to have integrity with this process. We need to press and push na itong ginagawa natin, yung dignidad ng ating trabaho, ng pagbibigay ng grades, ay kailangan nila irespeto. And we will teach this by telling them that you, the teacher, you, the parent, will be putting in a lot of work. So the kid has to put in a lot of work. Otherwise, everyone's effort is wasted. And maybe it's a good life lesson. If the teacher puts in the work and the parent and the kid don't put in the work, then the results that you will have will be bad. And maybe that's a good life lesson to learn for you. The second thing that I think might be important to learn for the parents is how can we actually teach? Can we teach in our small and different ways? Yun yung mahirap, di ba? Kung tayo ay nandito ho kung tayo took us 20 years to teach, how can you teach a parent how to teach in 3 weeks, in 2 days, in 1 hour? Malamang 1 hour lang bibigay natin. But maybe we can teach the principles of teaching. What is the core of what we do? Presence, patience, and maybe if it's presence, patience, maybe it's what they would like to call rigor. Maging madetalye. Kung matutunan ng parent yun, I think that's a life skill that they would also need. The third thing that we will take up in the parent seminar would be you as a parent will also be a learner. At AHA Learning Center sa Tondo, ang daming mga magulang yung gustong tumulong. Gusto lang nila ng community. Gusto lang nila ng kaibigan. Gusto nila matuto. Marami pong mga estudyante natin, yung mga parents nila, nag-drop ng maaga. So maybe we can stroke this long lost, decades-old love for learning. AD Morales, give videos of the advantage of, yes ma'am, I can do that, for school level orientation. Yes ma'am. For barangay ES. Scheduling lang naman po yung sa problema. How about your grading system, sabi ni Armando Carbonel E. Jacinto. May pagbabago po ba? Ask ko pa rin yung written test, periodic test. Ngayon ma'am, tawagan ko lang yung kaibigan ko si Secretary Briones. Ma'am, ano tingin mo sa grading system, ma'am? Nako po, hindi ko siya kaibigan. Hindi ko siya masatatanong, mga kaibigan. Hindi natin alam. Paano na yung periodical test? Paano na yung NAT? Paano na yung third quarter, first quarter, fourth quarter exam? Now, here is what I know for sure. Maybe, kasi anxiety and not knowing the answers how and why. Not knowing the answers how and why, nakaka-stress. So, hindi natin alam kung kailan magkakapasok, di ba? Hindi natin alam ano mangyayari sa grading. Maliban na hindi natin alam, Siguro, oo. Pero maling-mali ba talaga? Kasi yung buong mundo, hindi nila alam kung anong mangyayari. Yung mga restaurant, yung mga businesses, mas lalo na dito sa education. So maybe instead of asking for all the details, maybe it's time to ask, what do I know for sure that we have learning packets? We'll soon have tablets and all these things. And what can I do with it? Is there an opportunity to even do better now than before? Yun yung mga challenges natin. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Lovely, one step at a time kasi lahat nangangapa. Tama, Ma'am Catherine Guzman. Pati yung mga parents, they won't allow them to cheat. Mas lalo na if they have a relationship with the teacher. Alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, mga kaibigan, mahiya po tayo kay Sir Warren. Mga kaya, di ba? Mahiya tayo kay Ma'am Aina Villarreal. Mahiya po tayo dito kay Sir Lorenia Aquino. Ma'am Lorenia. Sorry, madilim po yung yung picture niyo. Nakita ko lang pink. Yun yung tema ng video. Mapapaya tayo dito kay Ma'am Myra Aguirre. Diba, ma'am? Mapapaya po tayo sa iyo na kung magdayaan ba. Let's just wait for further instructions. Yung buong mundo, hindi nila alam kung paano to. Kaya relax lang tayo. Alam mo, yung aking estudyante nagka-COVID, 12 years old, sino di may estudyante ng COVID? Grabe pala yung feeling nun. Hindi ko akalain na yung estudyante pala pwede magka-COVID. At doon ko na-realize, ano ba yung goal natin bilang teachers? Yung goal natin bilang teachers itong school year na to, kung kailan may mga batang takot sa kanilang buhay. There are children that are scared for their lives. And before, I can tell them everything will be okay. Walang masamang mangyayari sa'yo, bata ka pa. Ngayon po, may namamatay na bata sa COVID. So, we have to figure out, we have to weigh our roles as teachers very well. We have to weigh our role as teachers that need to hit these objectives and teachers that need to give good support, hope, and love to these students. Yung estudyante kong naka-COVID, every day po siya nag-empathy circle. Ngayon, kaka-positive. At ba't siya nandun? Kasi kailangan niya ng pagmamahal. Now, time's up mga kaibigan. Yung mga nagbanyo, yung nagsayang ng anin kanina, yung mga nakita kong paa, please, ibaba niyo yung paa ninyo. Or, yung paa ninyo, pwede nyo bang pindutin gamit niyo yung inyong paa. Kasi, meron mga teacher, ganito yung paa nakita ko yung paa Pindutin yung paa sa stop video. Kanina, may nakita akong papasok sa banyo. Buti na lang, nawalan ka ng signal. Can we look at our video now and see kung ano yung nakita nyo? Nasa tamang kalagayan po ako. Kahapon may nakita ako na teacher, na principal, na nakakubad. Tingnan natin yung mga camera natin. Huwag tayo magka-aksidente dito sa Zoom. First time lang natin. Okay. Good. We're all back. Maraming salamat. Mga teacher. Yung sinasabi ko sa inyo to, para matrain yung estudyante ninyo. Kasi minsan nakakalam nila nakasara o nakabukas. Hindi pa sila sanay kung ever mag-streaming kayo. Now, part 3. Sakto, ecosystems for community-based learning. Ano yung ecosystems for community-based learning? Ecosystems for community-based learning, ano po yung mga stakeholders po natin na pwede natin i-build? No? Very important. I just want to tell you, may kwento lang ho. Pag ako inimbita ng isang public school, ako ay taga Parañaque dati, ngayon naman taga Makati. Pupunta ako dyan sa General Vicente Elementary School sa Tondo ng 9 o'clock para magsalita ng 5 to 10 minutes. No? Igising ako ng 6. Hindi, magising ako ng 5. Alis ako ng 6. Traffic. Dating doon, 8:30. 9 o'clock, alam mo naman sa DepEd, no? So kayong mga teacher, mahilig kayo sa maraming speaker. Bago magsalita yung speaker talaga, lahat na. Yung principal, anong tingin mo? Yung teacher, ganyan. Part ng programa natin yun, di ba? Prayer, okay, ganun, no? Preliminary, medyo matagal yun. So I start to speak at 10. And I'm okay with that. Sanay na po ako doon. I'm more than happy to speak. But then, after I speak, traffic na naman dito sa nakalimutan kong daan na to, it's R10. No? Traffic sa R10. So, anong oras na ako nakabalik sa opisina? 11:30. Anong oras ako nakalis? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11:30. 5 hours. Yun yung commitment ko. Pag nagbabrigada eskwela ako, etc. Half day. Mahirap mag-commit. Ngayon, sa new normal, bawal lumabas lahat. Nag-iimbita kami ng speaker. Ganito lang kami mag-imbita. Si Doc Jonathan, taga PGH. Doc Jonathan, pwede ka bang mag-volunteer at bigay ng text-medicine na pwedeng sa Facebook Messenger group namin? Pwede namin ibato yung mga tanong ng mga magulang. At nang ibabato natin yung mga tanong ng magulang, pwede mong sagutin 1 oras lang. Sabi ni Jonathan, okay. Kaya lang meron akong duty. So gagawin ko pagkatapos ng duty ko. Tapos siya ng duty ng 4, pasok sa amin ng 4:30. 4:30 to 5:30, habang siya ay nagkakape, nagte-text po siya at nagbibigay ng reseta. 1 hour commitment before it was 6 hours. So there's potential now to invite speakers, alumni, sponsors with Facebook Messenger or with Zoom. No? Okay, sa mga gusto maging Georgina Francisco, kung gusto mo ako maging speaker for your seminar, just let me know. Yung charge ko, 0 po, ma'am, para sa lahat dito. Yung kinakailangan ko lang siguro is siguro may selfie tayo, may picture tayo. Hindi ko alam eh. Anong pwede mo gumagawa dito, no? Ito alam ko, ma'am. Kapag Ma'am Georgina Francisco, inimbita ako sa school mo magsalita, naka-zoom tayo, dapat matawa ka sa jokes ko, yun lang. Kaya mo ba yun? Lahat ng joke ko, dapat buksan na yung mic. Okay na tayo doon. Yun yung bayad. Mahirap dito sa Zoom no? Kung corny ka, hindi mo rin maririnig talaga. Ito, balik tayo dito sa presentation. What do you expect in part 3? This is a low-cost way. Sinabi ko nga, mabilis yung oras, get partnerships, learning opportunities, and fundraising. Messenger connects you to high-quality stakeholders. High-quality stakeholders. You can get, and we got this in the last 2 months, Palangka award-winning writers, world-renowned educators, basketball players. Si Paul Lee, nakuha namin. Harvard-educated thought leaders. At wala kaming connection masyado. Nagtanong lang kami. And you can do this by first doing a couple of things. Stakeholder mapping, writing effective invitations, at inviting class speakers. And then we'll talk to you about us, that can be your stakeholder. May nag-iimbita na nga sa akin, no? Sa talk. Thank you very much for the trust. Stakeholder mapping is very important. We often talk about stakeholders, but we don't talk about stakeholder mapping. Stakeholder mapping is the rigor, it's like a lesson plan before you invite. With the stakeholder map, we'll go by step, what it means. You have to think local. You think local first. Sorry, pisa na yung no? You think local first. You think about who are the stakeholders in my area, no? In my area of Sino yung pwede kong imbitahin? You have a school governing council. You can start there. Sino yung mga dating stakeholder, no? Imbitahin ulit. Your school could be near a multinational, renowned alumni, nearby university, and talent might be at your doorstep. Now, how do you do a stakeholder map? Start thinking about all the needs the school has to deliver for learning. So, for example, kasi minsan nag-invite tayo, sige, speaker, distance learning. Pero kailangan ba talaga natin yun? Ano yung pinakakailangan ng school natin ngayon? Kailangan natin ng ayuda. Naku, ang daming nagugutom. Kailangan natin ng doktor. Napapaliwanag sa atin ano ba talaga nangyayari dito sa COVID. Kailangan natin ng reliable printing supplier for learning packets, no? Pagkatapos ng need, tingnan natin, ano yung mga klaseng grupo na magbibigay? No? Hindi naman kailangan San Miguel Corporation kagad. Baka, meron malapit po dyan na sardinas na nagsusupply ng sardinas, ng ligo, na pwede natin hingan. Karamihan ng mga kasama natin dito sa Manila at makita pa po natin yun kapag ginugol map natin yung address ng ating school. Karamihan ng school natin ay pumapagitan sa mga malalaking factory. At yung malalaking factory na yan ay may mga Facebook account na pwede nyong i-message. Pero importante, ma'am, i-google nyo rin kung yung grupo po na yan ay tumutulong sa school. Kadalasan, hindi sila tumutulong. No? So, kailangan mong i-google. Company name. Ligo Sardines, let's say. At yung school. Ligo Sardines School. Ligo Sardines Public Elementary. At pag may lumabas, may kakayan at meron siyang past experience na siya ay tumutulong. After that, you identify kung fit ba to. Make sure to make 1 to 3 requests per proposal. There's also a chance that you can do learning opportunities. These companies don't just give you, but like us, kami NGO, pwede rin kami mag-training for students and for teachers. And it's important to gauge the levels of interest after the proposal was made. Identify next steps. Here's what it looks like when it all comes together. No? Meron po tayong iisa-isin po natin. May mga universities po to. Meron po tayong food bank. Meron po tayong foundation po dyan for food area. Inahin mo natin yung university. Si Elisa University, yung school kasi kailangan ng sponsor ng pera. Para bumili ng thermal, let's say. Or susuporta natin yung mga students natin na talagang nawalan ng trabaho ang pamilya at kinakailangan talaga ng pera. Ito, si LS University, ay partner na natin matagal na. Kaya alam natin magbibigay yan. Kasi nagbrigada sila last year. Pero alam ba natin na pwede tayong humingi dyan ng training? Yun. Kasi nung ginugol natin, napansin natin, si Elisa University ay pwede magkaroon ng distance learning training din. Si Lapira Food Inc. Nakita natin sa website nila na may feeding program sila. Pwedeng magbigay ng mga donor o humingi para sa ayuda natin, no? And the school can even invite ito for the frontliner, pag-interview yung mga anak, yung mga bata ng frontliner. Yung foundation, Pililla Cares Foundation, di man natin partner yet, no school affiliation. Pwede, at ginawa ng mga students ko to, pwede dahil itong Pililla Foundation ay naggumagawa ng COVID-19 packets para sa ng education packets, ng mga libro ba para sa COVID-19 patients. pwede natin magpadala ng mga sulat dyan. Pwede. And PLC can invite a resource speaker to join the chat group. Writing effective invitations. I just want to get a check, no? I've been talking for quite a bit. Joella, have you been tracking all of the messages? Hello, Ma'am Sally Castro. Thank you po. Stakeholder po natin yan sa General Vicente. Joella, are you here?
To teach?
Nagtatrack ka naman ng messages?
There are some po, like yung grading system, questions about that po.
Yun, nasagot na natin yun. Yung, in short, di natin alam mga kaibigan. Di pa natin alam. Tawagan natin si Secretary Briones ngayon. Hello, ma'am. Opo. Hindi ko siya kaibigan, mga kaibigan. Kaya hindi natin alam. Hintayin na lang natin at make sure, ngayon June 4 pa naman. I'm sure July 4, mas mabuti pa. August 4, mas mabuti pa. Writing effective invitations. An effective invitation is key to getting stakeholder partnerships. Some tips for effective partnerships. Some tips for effective invitations include: first sentence should include your name, your school, your ask, including preferred date, time, and medium. Diretso niya na, first sentence pa lang. Ako, si Principal Jayton Zulueta. I'm Principal Jayton Zulueta, and I'm writing you to ask for donation, etc. We need it, etc. Because I have children that are victims of the recent fire in Tondo, etc. The second thing why it's important for the organizers to say yes. So, I believe that you should support our program because if you say yes to us, you would be able to help 300 families at risk. And the third, why you think their organization would be a perfect fit. Importante na itong organization na to ay makasali muna yung Lapira Food Inc. No, teka, may dumadaan eh. Papakilala ko lang sa inyo mabilis. Naka-strap na. Ito, mga ano ko. Ito yung kanina pang nag-iingay. Hello po, lalaki po siya. 8-month-old. 9-month-old. Yung anak natin, baby, lockdown. Ang pangalan niya ay Turo. Arturo Zulueta. Turo Zulueta. Turo kasi mahilig tayo magturo. Okay, tahimik na siya ngayon. Medyo maingay siya kanina. Pasensya na po. So, babalik ko na po siya sa kanyang mommy. Kanyang ano? Ito na ho. Pasensya na kung medyo maingay kanina. Fourth, LinkedIn. Importante at magandang lugar yung LinkedIn para maghanap ng sponsors at speakers para sa inyong school. No? Importante po yan. Pwede niyong puntahin yun. At salamat pala sa nagsabi, cute ako. Ay, yung baby ko pala. Kala ko ako eh. May nakita lang ako, cute. Okay. Moving forward. Joke lang. Online webinars are a great place to find good speakers for teacher training. Ang daming webinars ngayon. Sabi niyo kung wala kayo dito kanina, nasa webinar po kayo. Alam mo ba, pwede niyong imbitahin yung mga webinar speakers niyan sa school ninyo. Ako, ilang beses na ako nag-webinar. At ilang beses ako naiimbita pagkatapos ng webinar ko. Konti lang. Ako yung nag-iimbita. Karamihan ng mga partners namin nakuha ko sa webinar. Nag-attend ako ng webinar, hinintay ko matapos yung webinar, at piniem ko sila. Teacher Jayton, ang dami ko natutunan sa inyo. Pwede ba mag-talk? Maganda po yan. At ngayon, karamihan sa amin, hindi humingi ng token or certificate. Inintindihan namin eh. Yung TF usually ng speaker ngayon, corporate, ay nasa 65 to 120K. So nakuha ko na minsan 20K, minsan 120K. So yan yung rate usually. So naintindihan namin kapag punta kami sa public school, libre na yon, no? Libre na yon, understood na yon, libre na. At hindi namin kailangan ng certificate. Alam ko kasi yung mga teachers mahilig magbigay ng token. So kailangan, kung sana wag na rin kayo magbigay ng token, mahirap yung panahon ngayon. Save the money. What we appreciate are not certificates even, but pictures, testimonials that would be good. That's something I think would be much more appreciated. Now everybody's wondering how do you become a speaker on Facebook Messenger? So the way I'm dealing with you now, Q&A format, that seems to be the most effective way. So usually it's Q&A, you can chunk, no? Ang dami pong you can chunk the lessons, no? And this is a really quick step-by-step on how to invite the speaker. Una-una, once a speaker had said yes, add them as a friend and messenger. Please remind the speaker that he or she is not allowed to add anyone in your class because of data privacy laws. So it's not cool, hindi siya okay kung screen cap nila yung lahat ng mga tao na nanonood. That's not good, mga kaibigan. Hindi tama yan. 2, add the speaker to your messenger classroom. Once added, make sure that you remind the class of the class rules and that they would only be allowed to speak if the speaker opens the floor for questions. Okay? Para hindi magulo. At pagtapos na, pwede na siyang tanggalin sa grupo. Okay. Now, we're one of your stakeholders right now. We have a partnership or we have been endorsed by DepEd NCR. So we're your stakeholders. What can we offer? What we can offer is Eskwela Pamilyas and after-school program. We have 300 ready lessons that aren't DepEd accredited, ha? Huwag kayong magkulit kasi baka, alam mo, ang daming SDO nagsabi, sabihin mo pa ulit-ulit sa mga teachers hindi to DepEd accredited. Reference materials po siya. Pero they will be up in the DOH website very soon. You can use it as reference guides. If you want to join our group, we're thinking of making a Facebook virtual classroom for parang actual demo training where you enroll your children into the homeschool program so that you can experience it yourself. And if you want to do that, you can download the lessons in our free lesson bank, which I'll give you the website in a bit. Or you can go to our to Facebook group, AHA Eskwela Pamilya OG Enrollment on Facebook. Ulitin ko po yun. Alam ko may magsasabi na balikan mo yung slide so that you can take note of it. At yung ngayon, kasi maraming tranches, maraming versions yun. Our current team is a volunteer team. We have 10 teachers that are doing content and preparing for manuals. So I think now it's a volunteer team handling these classes. So ito yung lesson bank.aha. You can go through this website. You can preview the materials and download it for free. Like 11,000 families all over the Philippines. Sa mga nabibilisan, babalikan ko. ahalearningcenter.com/COVID resources. Sa mga nagtatanong, ano ba yung AHA? Angels Here Abound. This is how our homeschool program has looked like. At ito yung basihan kung paano namin natuturo ito. This is all done through Facebook Messenger. Kung nakita niyo po yung mga tanong tungkol sa multiple users, one group, nandito na rin po. kung nakita niyo po yung mga tanong ng mga bata, yung mga sagot ng mga bata, nandito rin po. Quizzes, nasasagot tungkol sa COVID, nandito po. Ito yung letter na binigay sa mga frontliners. With God, all things are possible. And when we asked them to make a monster that they want to defeat, they made the monster of COVID and put them in a cage to symbolize it's a mental health exercise. That this thing will not control my life. The fear will not control my life. Now, I want to go through some questions. Are there some questions, Joella, for today?
None so far, teach.
Wala po.
Yes, teach.
Okay. Is there anybody that wants to share anything? Wala po. Okay. So I think we'll end a little bit early. Joella, let me know na lang. Ha?
Yes, teach.
So you can start thinking about stakeholders in your school, no? I have two last parts. I have a closing and Tulong Eskwela communities. So I'd like to maybe ask you, looking at everybody that's here, I'd like to share something called change fatigue. If you've heard of change fatigue, you can raise your hand. So not a lot of people have heard of it. Change fatigue po, kapag maraming pagbabago, araw-araw, sa lahat ng magbabagay, if you have to learn something, or most new things, nakakapagod po to. Kayo po ba, napansin niyo po ba, na parang kahit nasa bahay tayo, mas napapagod po tayo? Sino yung ganun? Pwede natin natas ng kamay. Meron ako nakita naka-thumbs up. Thank you po. Thank you po for... So marami po sa atin napapagod kahit nasa bahay lang tayo, di ba? May nakatas ng kamay. Thank you, General Vicente. Thank you for using the emojis po. Maraming salamat. Parang nasa Facebook classroom na rin po tayo. May mga... Thanks for this free seminar. Di po siya free. Binayaran I think ng school, but we took a 90% discount. That makes anyone feel better. If you were going to, so nawala po ako, no? So, about change fatigue, a lot of us are going through a lot of different changes, no? May mga changes po tayo, even in our daily life, we have to get through, no? And this takes a toll on us physically, mentally, and emotionally. There's no way to go about it. Nakapagod po to. So, I understand, and you have to be very, very kind to yourself. Maging very kind tayo sa sarili natin. Now, we are learning something impossible. Something that people will need 6 months to prepare for. We are going to do it and do it well in 3 months. Given that, it will be okay to be tired. It's okay to be not okay. It's okay not to be positive and happy all the time. It's okay. Alam ko as teachers, nalabas nyo lahat yan ngayon. Kasi alam nyo, pagdating ng August, you need to be strong for your students. So, what I want to do here at AHA, this is the first training. And Direct Karma also said we could be a partner from here on in. We'd like to give more. So, we're trying to figure out how to manage the change fatigue. Na hindi ka namin bibigyan ng bam, bam, itong gagawin mo, itong gagawin mo. Sa AHA, we give a solution that we've tried and just ask you, is this something that might help you? If it doesn't, it's okay. If it does, it might take some time to get used to. In the other class, there were talks about people who are senior citizens, who are on their last years of teaching. Sabi ng isang respondent, kasi wala masyado din share dito eh. Kaya ako na lang po, kunwari. Sabi ng isang respondent na, alam mo, ako ay magre-retire na. At sabi ko nga sa sarili ko, ano ba naman to? Kung kailan ako matatapos na sa aking pagtuturo. Ngayon pa naman akong pinapatuto ng bago. And how interesting, no? How interesting. He was worried and he began to tell me in this seminar, he began to tell me that, I am feeling very, very sad. And I'm worried about if I can be a good teacher. And I never had to worry about that in the 30 years of my teaching. What I told him and what I hopefully helped, sinabi ko sa kanya na alam mo, sir, ikaw, nasa dugo mo na yung pagtuturo. At kahit anong mangyari pagdating ng August, makakapagturo ka. Gagawin mo ang lahat para magturo ka. Pero itong mga susunod na buwan, importanteng tingnan mo kung paano ka matuto. Pag-aralan mo yung sarili mo. Paano ako natuto nito ng mabilis at maayos? Kung alam mo kung paano ka matuto, kung yan ay nasa inyong pinag-aralan mo this next couple of months, then this is something that you can teach to your parents and to the students. So please, 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 this is the reality. Nobody wants to use Facebook Messenger as a teaching tool. I don't want to use it. It's just we have to. Nobody wants to do Zoom seminars that are 4 hours. We have to. Nobody wants to do learning packets and all of these things. We have to. What we want to do is teach our students. And let that be our guiding light. So we'll be here to support. No? May longer runway tayo. We'll do YouTube tutorials. We'll invite most of you, some of you, the people that recommend. How are you doing your Facebook classroom? Kaya ayoko kasing gumawa ng video na kagad. Kasi yung tendency, gagayahin nyo lang lahat. Maganda kasi, ng open platform siya ngayon. Kasi yung alam ko ay -10 kumpara sa alam nyo. Because I don't know your students as well as you do. So we want master teachers to do this. We'll do it for free. We'll put it on YouTube. We want to have small group mentoring. If all goes to plan, we'll have 40,000 teachers who will be using this platform come September. Right now, this is the 7,000. We're at 7,000 already. This is the 7,000. Although maybe a little bit less kasi nasa 800, 700 lang tayo. So siguro naman sa 7,000 to 40,000 na yan, there will be some of you that would want to lead and help us figure out how to make this platform better. And then we'll go on Viber. We have Viber communities, Facebook communities. It starts with a Facebook group. It will show you later. May mga organizations na gustong tumulong. Pwede natin, no? Lalo na since we have an AHA Learning Center at Tondo, we will be helping. So here's what I want you to think about. What are the things you need for teacher training? For parents or teachers? Please write down the topic. What would you like? What is relevant to you? In understanding that we need the learners to learn independently, to have integrity. In understanding that parents will be our co-teachers, that we will also be coaches. There was one wonderful teacher that said it perfectly. Yung ba naman nagpapa-shoutout? Sige na nga, shoutout F. Benitez. If we're going to do this properly, then what would be the support you'd need? Please don't write training for teachers and parents. Tell me, as a teacher, what do you think we would need? The DepEd will do mental health support. They will teach you how to use these apps. But there are things the DepEd might need help in also. To the parents, what seminars do you think your parents will need to better equip them to help you? Please write in the chat box kung ano po yung naisip natin. Some common problems that e-learning students will encounter and how to... Very good. Thank you. That's a very good one. Anybody else? I'll start calling people, no? Kung medyo mukha kayong magagalit sa akin, hindi ko kayo tinatawag. Kasi meron iba talaga parang napakaseryoso. Yung medyo palang ngiti. Yung mukhang nagti-TikTok, tatawagan ko. Baka may TikTok king tayo dito. Itong si Sir Kenneth John Loria, baka gusto niyo mag-share. Kung anong tingin mong kailangan ng seminar. Sir Kenneth, nandito po ba kayo? Okay, I think busy si Sir Kenneth. Can I go to Miss Janine Jansen Lineses? Kamot ulo. Kaya mo yan. Parents needs to use seminar how to use the application. Anybody else? Thank you po, Ma'am Eva Soriano, for your comment. Nothing is permanent except for change. We should embrace this new normal 10. From Ana Marie de la Manuel. Collaborative learning and teaching from Priscilla Manoloto. Parents need seminar on how to use the application. Yes, ma'am, we will be doing that. Anything else? What was the question? The question was, what seminars do you think parents or teachers would need in this new normal? Baby ko, yung pangalan niya sa Zoom. Para klaro. At nawala si baby ko. Baby ko, bumalik. Baby ko. Unmute kita, baby ko. Yes.
Hello?
Para lang klaro, mga kaibigan. Magkakilala lang kami ngayon lang. At yung pangalan niya dyan ay baby ko.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir?
Opo, teka lang. Tanggalin ko yung spotlight ko sa akin. Nasa'yo. Good.
Hello, good afternoon po, teacher. Sir, good afternoon po. Sa view ko po is, we need more seminars dealing with how to make online quizzes, exercises, and more about doing modules.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Narinig ko po. Thank you for your share. How about for parents, ma'am? Ano po tayo?
For parents, siguro magiging problema dyan is, kagaya ng sinabi kanina, kulang sa oras, saka yung mind setting nila. Ang hirap kasi minsan ng mga magulang is, kapag diretso nila. Kumbaga, kailangan ba laging susundin sila. Pero sa panahon kasi natin ngayon, even if sasabihin mo na we have offered na sa kanila na itong distant learning, hindi pa rin talaga nila naiintindihan. And even yung home based, hindi rin nila naiintindihan. Pag sinabi rin sa kanilang modules ang gagamitin, pati pagkuha ng modules, problema pa rin. Yun lang po, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Lahat po ng bagay ang mahirap po ngayon. Lahat ng tao hindi nila intindihan. Kailan natin kukunin ng ayuda, hindi natin alam. Ganun po talaga.
Okay,
So
sir.
maybe
So one more thing, sir,
yes,
is
po.
one more thing is, dito sa Manila, di ba, mayroon kaming food packs na soon to be is kukunin na nila. Nung time na kinukuha namin sa kanila yung mga info, nagmamakaawa kami. Hindi kami intindi, sinsin lang. Ngayon, si Mayor is nag-open na meron ngang food packs yung mga bata. Kahit hating gabi, tinatanong kami kung kailan ibibigay ang food packs. Ngayon, dahil wala pa naman talaga kasi dinideliver pa, sinisingil na kami at may naririnig na kaming di magagandang salita. Oh. Napakaikli yung mga mind nila, hindi sila open mind pagdating sa teacher's approach. Pero pagdating ng para sa kanila, yung alam yung papabor lang sa kanila, okay yun sa kanila. Pero pag kailangan ng teacher ng kanilang cooperation, collaboration, wala silang oras. Ayun lang po.
Thank you, ma'am. Wala naman kayong sinabi na bago. Wala naman kayong sinabi na mali. Diba? In all our aspect of our life, ito na nga yung sitwasyon natin na meron mga tao na stakeholder natin, primary stakeholder natin, na hindi tayo sinusuportan ng tama. And I think we can all agree that in most schools, this isn't happening. So how do you get from that place that the teachers feel and there's data that says that itong mga magulang na to hindi maasahan, kumpara sa kanila, sabi ni ma'am, ano yung pangalan mo? Ba't baby ko yung nakasulat? Ano yung pangalan mo, ma'am? Para ma-address kita ng tama. Baka akalain ng asawa ko dito, may nakilala ko dito sa Manila na teacher. Naka-mute ka. Teka lang, unmute kita. Ngayon, mute ka.
Sir, kasi na-change ko na kanina, tapos nawala ako sa line. Pagbalik ko, bumalik ulit sa ganyan.
Ano yung pangalan naman na lang, ma'am?
Ruby Arcenas po, from Fernando Maria Guerrero.
Fernando Maria Guerrero.
Yes, sir.
Maria Guerrero. Iba yung school na naman namin. Ma'am Ruby, no?
Opo.
This is our problem, right? This is a very big problem. How do we get Ma'am Ruby's teacher as parents? How do we get Ma'am Ruby's parents to get from the place na hating gabi sila nag-text to the point na mas maayos po yung relationship natin, na maasahan natin sila to help us with the lessons? It's a difficult task. But again, this is the reality of our life. So, what was interesting about your story? Mga kaibigan. Yung interesting tungkol sa story niya is, nung si Isko yung nagsabi, doon biglang, bam! May ano pala, may ganyan. So maybe the question was, hindi sila nakikinig kapag may school announcement. I-unmute kita, ma'am, no? Gusto ko lang tanongin. Hindi sila nakikinig, tama ba?
Tama po.
Hindi sila nakikinig. Hindi sila sumusunod sa tamang patakaran.
Hindi po.
At kapag ayuda, mga bagay na Christmas pack, nandun sila, pero sa learning, hindi masyado. In your case, this is not all the parents. Tama po ba?
Opo.
So that's where we start. And my question is, do you feel like, how do we start? We have to start somewhere. Baka hindi yung lahat ng mga magulang, pero baka yung gulang natin makatatlo. At kung may tatlong role model, yung iba susunod. Kasi yung difference, ma'am, ng dati, ma'am, ngayon, yung dati po, kung yung magulang ay magpapasaway, papasa pa rin yung anak nila at makakuha ng learning. Ngayon po, kung ginawa niya dati, wala na pong grade. Di papasa, walang lesson. So you have to remember that the conditions now are different. We have to work somewhere. It's very difficult, ma'am. I understand. Yung first few communities namin, ganyan din. At nakaka-irita po talaga. But please, maybe now, let's try to get first 3. Kailangan natin ng pag-asa bilang mga teacher. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po,
Joella, is
sir.
there any... Thank you, ma'am. Baby ko.
Thank you po.
Do we have any comments?
We have several comments po about the parents. They share their same sentiments po with Miss Ruby. Although sinabi po ni Miss Rosalina, I think kulang lang sa impormasyon ng mga parents kung paano sasabay sa online teaching ang mga kids nila. Pero madaming paraan. Nagkalat ang PisoNet, pwede magamit yun ng mga anak nila.
Oo.
Sabi rin po ni Mr. Vincent na there should also be full support and coordination with LGU and barangay officials regarding how we will implement this new normal way of schooling.
You might have to open your video pala kasi naka-spotlight. Are there anything else? Is there anything else?
Tanong po pala ni Miss Jennifer Garsamio kanina, do we need to teach all subjects in this new normal educational system? Because we also have to take into consideration the attention span of the pupils, especially the primary levels. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Very good question. Very good concern. That's why we attached a paper, a research paper, that tells you how much time per learner is expected. So in that research paper, if you're grade 1 to 2, maikling-maikli talaga yung time. So we'll look at that. Yes po.
And another question, Teach. Ano po ba ideal class size ng online classroom para maging maayos makapagturo ang teachers at maintindihan ng students?
You know, kayong mga teacher, you can do it. It's really up to you. Kasi with us, we have classes to 50 to 150 inside those classrooms. At kasi yung mga nagtatrabaho doon, mga NGO worker, itong mga nandito sa classroom, mga anak ng mga farmers, at sobrang gigil sila, so ang ingay nila, no? Nagagawa ng paraan. Just remember that at the end of the day, creativity is important. If you feel like, kasi it's not ideal kasi it's relative now. For me, I like talking to 900 people, 800 people. Kaya kong basahin to lahat at kausapin pero hindi para sa karamihan sa inyo, di ba? Na kung magpa-webinar kayo. Yung iba, gusto namang pa-webinar, 50 people. So, kanya-kanyang preference. Honestly, for me, it's what you can do and what your school strategy will figure out. I think the big consideration that you have to take in mind is the makeup of your community. So, in Santa Ana, Manila, F. Guerrero Elementary, it's mostly a community that all the workers have shops or work in the palengke, no? That's a nearby community. So sa kanila, yung hours nila ibang-iba at maaring gabi na sila or madaling araw na sila available for these things. In Tondo, they're available for most of the day and they can't really go out in the evening. So there are different contexts that I'm sure you will adjust to. Any other questions, Joella?
More of comments na lang siya, Teach.
Okay, good. So I hope it was helpful. We download all of the chat and then pinag-aaralan ni Joella yan. And she presents it to the RD, the SDO muna ng the RD. Guerrero Elementary ay Pedro Hill Paco. Okay. Pasensya na po. F. Guerrero, tama nga, di ba? Ready na po tayo. Last part na po to ng seminar natin. No? Thank you for being here and thank you for participating. We won't have a 5-minute break. Sorry. Nakarami na tayo. We'll just go through this quickly. So, empathy map. This is an empathy map for adults. But let's try to think. Empathy map. We're trying to have empathy circles. Let's try to think now of our most challenged students. Ako po bilang teacher, bilang trainer, ay nandito ngayon at alam ko po, in the last couple of days, I've been bombarded with questions from teachers. And most of your questions are very, very specific questions. You're asking me about a deaf child. You're asking me about a student who doesn't have any guardians. These are students that do not make the makeup of your entire class. But you're asking not to challenge me or not to humiliate me. You're asking because I know in the deep, dark depths of your soul, you are worried for that student. Tayo bilang mga teachers, we are worried for the student that gets left behind. We do not want any student to be left behind. So for this instance, and I guess to be consistent with AHA Learning Center's goal of always catering to the people left behind, can I ask you to imagine what your challenged student, the one left behind, thinks or feels? What are they saying or doing at this moment? Anong kalagayan nila? Anong naririnig nila? Anong nakikita nila? What are their pains and gains? Please write in the chat box. Sa tingin mo, ano ang nararamdaman ng estudyante niyo ngayon? Anong nararamdaman po? And I'll read out the different things I see. Confused and despair, Catherine Gordo. Anyone else? Ano nararamdaman nila, nakikita nila? Naiinip, nalulungkot, Mrs. Lagman. Miss Silada, scared. Saddened by the situation, puzzled, struggled mind, worried if they can get to their studies. Ngayon nahihirapan sila. Agitated, excited, agitated. Namiss niya ako, naninibago, worried, puzzled, confused, mixed emotions, depressed, curious, just being in school, confused, feelings of uncertainty, shock, takot, anxious, excited for the new more normal, fear and worried, confused, excited, anxious, mixed emotions. They are the ones that miss you the most. Sila yung nakaalala. Confused, worried, confused, challenged, worried. Paano na ako mag-aral? Worried. Mixed emotions, worried, curious, excited, overthinking. Inisip nila wala muna aral. Pero wala naman silang gadget na magagamit. Worried and sad. Fear of the unknown future, mixed emotions. Takot. But di daw niya kaya. Scared, super sad. They weren't able to move up grade 10. Worried. Sad and confused, excited. I'll do 1 more minute of this. Worried, not aware of everything, still thinking. Mental health could be an issue. Excited and worried. Worried, bakit di kakayanin ng bata? Worried, scared, worried and confused. Nalulungkot, natatakot, nanibago ng tanong kung kailan sila babalik sa school. Worried and scared. Last few. Sad dahil hindi nag-enroll yung father niya. That's one person that's in your heart. Worried that di nila alam kung magsa-stop since wala silang connection. Worried. Their feelings for normal children. How about my sped people? They can't even process their own emotions or feelings. Sad. Now, if you think about it, itong mga sinabi ninyo, we are talking about questions all are about learning. This whole seminar. We as teachers are designed to think of learning objectives, MELC, But look at what you said, where the kids are at. You are 736 people that painted the same picture of a child. Grade 1 to grade 10, from Manila, Sampaloc, all over. They're worried, they're anxious, they're stressed, they don't know what's happening. Yan yung picture ng ating student. Ngayon, here's my question to you mga teachers. Much of what keeps you up at night is the fact na kayo, mga guro, hindi nyo alam kung paano maturo ng mabuti yung mga lesson. But let's think about where the child is at. At this point, do you think as a teacher, your role is to teach? If the child is agitated, worried, sad, depressed, is it just to teach now? Maybe your role is your presence. Maybe your role is to make these children feel less alone. And maybe, instead of thinking about this lockdown or this COVID-19 as a crutch to education, maybe it's a return to basics. We are talking about life lessons they need to learn. We are talking about honesty, integrity, hard work, mental health, caring. These are not what make a student, but these are what make a person. And they need their teachers, not to teach, but maybe to love and to care. In the UP College of Education, in that very, very technical working paper, compassion was the main theme that tied everything together. So, katulad ng sinabi ni Jennifer Chavez, our role is to give inspiration to them. Katulad ng sinabi ni Melanie Kimbao, we are not here not only to teach. So, if this is the back to basics year of our teaching career, this is the place where we can finally get into the parents, and maybe we will not achieve it, but we are going inside the home now. So we're talking not of the student, we're talking about the person. Back to basics also means that maybe text is as basic as it can get. In text, and for the people that say text isn't enough, I would like to respectfully disagree and talk about hundreds of years of literature that have proven to teach, inspire, and move people to change their lives. So my question is, we are so obsessed with the way we're delivering the lessons when we should be focused on the messenger, us, our innate power to inspire and to care, and the message. What are the messages we can give? If we strip all of the things out of there, all of the beautiful activities, and we're left only with learning packets, text, Facebook messages, text, videos delivered, text still in video. Can we not still change these kids' lives? I think we can. So I would like to end this with a short realization that when I ask you how your students are, you had to imagine. You had to imagine how they were. But with Tulong Eskwela, it is the only platform now for your most disadvantaged kids. And again, it's not all your disadvantaged kids, it's a big portion of them, where you can say, I love you back. Radio can't do that, TV can't do that. You cannot say, I love you back. Or I'm here for you. Or this will be okay. Tulong Eskwela, you don't need to imagine. If you want to know how they are, when all of the internet connections fail, you have a messenger classroom, an empathy circle, you have ways and means to reach your students. Take it from me. In the last 2 months, I know exactly what's happening to Kimmy. Every day, 4 piece tong batang na to. Every day, we figure out ano nangyari sa kanya, kung kamusta na siya, how she's progressing. I know exactly what's happening to Kenan. I know that he's exercising, good hygiene. And I know that this little thing that we made has made their family closer. I know that these volunteers, I didn't realize na marami ako matutunan sila. I know there are people that want to help us. And this, there are a lot of beautiful things that were written. But I like this the best. Very simple. I don't even need a picture sometimes to know how my students are, like Heaven Delphin. They can just show me their work. And for the teacher, yung work nila is enough, di ba? Sa work na to, nakita natin as reading teachers kung gaano nakita natin yung grammar, yung story, kung anong iniisip ng bata ka. You just need to show us this. And it almost speaks volumes. So ganito, parang alam ko, Heaven's doing well. And that's enough for me. We always say in our center, and I hope this is something we can share, tayong pagbabago ng ating hinihintay. Direk Garma talked about this is the time for DepEd to shine. And I do believe this is the time for DepEd to shine. Because this is the time that the teachers will shine. Tayong pagbabago ng ating hinihintay translates to, we are the change we've been waiting for. And I know it's not been, for most of you, the easiest time being a teacher in the Philippines. But maybe, now that everything is a little bit uncertain, now that the DepEd, your school, might be open to new and exciting ideas, now that you're working with parents, maybe the change that you were dreaming of when you started teaching 20-odd years ago, baka ito na yung pagbabago na hinihintay mo. Let's make something good out of a really awful situation. Collaborate with us. Let's continue the conversation. Connect with us. Ito po, join our Facebook group. You look at Tulong Eskwela Manila. And I think let me get that correct. Tulong Eskwela Manila. Aha, Tulong Eskwela Manila. You'll see a blue thing and that's us. Please join the group. May mga libreng training, updates tungkol sa manual na binigay namin. At ilalagay namin doon kung ano yung mga bago namin natutunan. Importante kasi na habang dumadami kayo na nagsiseminar sa atin, dumadami rin yung feedback. Pinapahinggan namin yung feedback na yan. Kasi at the end of the day, your goal is the same as ours. Pag August, dapat handa po tayo. Ito po yung pinaka-importanting part ng presentation ko. Kung wala kayong pinakinggan, ito na lang, mga kaibigan. Yung post-training survey. Kasi itong magsisilbing attendance ninyo. So I'll leave this page for a bit for you to copy. It's bit.ly/Tulong Eskwela Survey 0604. Hindi ko alam kung swerte po kayo o hindi swerte. Kasi starting next week po, iba na po yung magte-train. For the rest of the run, may nakuha kaming trainer. Kaya, ito yung Jayton train. Okay ba o hindi? Sulit nyo dyan. Be very, I'm okay with it. At then, we want to improve. I'll wait for 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds, I'll move to the next slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're done. Sana nakopya po to. Joella, may magtatanong siguro. No? So there are messages here. Let me read through them. Thanks for the inspiring messages. Thank you po. Galing-galing ko. Sabi ni Lady Jazz. Magaling ka, ma'am. More power, a lot of thank yous. Thank you. Maraming salamat. Agnes Barcelon, napakalaking hamon sa ating lahat para tumindi pa ang pagmamahal ng pag-aaral. Hirap, no, ma'am? Sa mga guro na 20 years, 30 years, we will be leaning on you.